ready. We're about to go live. We are going live, son. You better damn well be ready for a bing, bang, boom kind of game right now. Hey, guys, how you going? So that BK Sport, we are ready to rock and roll. As the mighty Gold Coast Titans, the top of the table Gold Coast Titans, take on the Parramatta Eels in a big old game here between maybe potentially last place and second last, but then again, this ladder says otherwise. So we do go via this ladder, and we definitely don't look at this team ever again. But as you can see here, beautiful up there. But let's pretend this ladder doesn't exist for a second, and we'll just pretend like it's actually 17th versus 16th here. But you never know. You just have we'll just pretend for the time being. But guys, we're going to run through these two-team lineups because the game starts in 5 minutes' time. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for new round here. Let's get it. So the Eels come to this game from 16th position, and the Titans come to this game from, let's pretend, 17th position. And this at CommBank Stadium in Sydney. Now, the ins here, Charlie Geimer and Dean Hawkins for the Eels, with the outs being Dylan Brown and Mitchell Moses. The fullback is Isaiah Yongi, with the wingers being Zach Lomax and Josh Adokar. Centers of Will Panasini and Sean Russell. You go to the front row, no, the 5'8", of Josh Papali'i. And then Dean Hawkins is the halfback. Jack Williams and Junior Borlo are the front rowers, and Junior Borlo is the captain. Joey Lussick is the number 9, with the back row, Kamatualangi and Kitiona Kautonga. And the 13 is Jermaine Hopgood. Interchange of Riley Smith, Dylan Walker, Matt Dury, and Charlie Geimer, with the 18th man replacement being Jordan Samrani and coach being Jason Riles. Now, because it is such a short time, we're going to jump straight over across to the Titans team as well. So, the ins here, you've got Tino Fa'asul-Malawi, Jojo Fafita, Mweke Fodawaker, and Tom Weaver in, with the outs being Arama Howe, Brian Kelly, Josh Patson, and Tukamahaya Simpkins. The fullback is AJ Brimson, with the wingers being Alofiana Khan-Pereira and Alan Fitzgibbon, centers of Jojo Fafita and Philip Sami. You go to the 5'8", Kieran Foran, with the halfback being Jaden Campbell. Front row forwards are Jamin Jolliffe and Regan Campbell-Gillard, with Sam Verrills as the number 9. Back row, Chris Randall and Bo Firma, with the 13 being Cleese Haas, and then the interchange is Jacob Alakwinki, Isaac Fa'asul-Malawi, Tino Fa'asul-Malawi, and also Mweke Fodawaker. Both Tino and Mo obviously backing up from Origin. Tom Weaver is the 18th man replacement, with Des Hasler as the coach. I'm tipping my boys here. I genuinely am tipping my boys too. If we lose this game, ultimately, if we lose this game, we don't deserve to be on the field. We definitely deserve to be in the last position. It would just be ridiculous. There's no Mitchell Moses. There's no Dylan Brown. They've got a rookie effectively as their fullback. Their 9's all over the shop. Their back rowers are all over the shop. They're second last. I know this is in Parramatta. Titans have actually never won at CommBank Stadium, but it will be probably a crash out if we lose this game, because there's no way that realistically the Titans should be losing this game. But then again, there's every way. There's no way, but there's every way. There's every way. There's no way. It's just this is the Gold Coast. Welcome to it. But I will tip the Titans in this one because I think they realistically should be winning. That doesn't prove shit, though. But let's get into the ladder here quickly before the game does start. Both teams are, we can basically just kind of wrap them up together. Titans are on minus 122 points differential. Eels are on minus 105 points differential, but they're both on 12 points. Whoever loses this game will be in last position. Whoever wins this game will go equal with the Knights, the Tigers, and the Rabbitohs. Now, the Rabbitohs are minus 89, the Tigers are minus 66, and the Knights are minus 63. So if it was the Eels who would win this game, they would have to win by 16 points to go above the Rabbitohs. They would have to win by 16 points to go above. They would have to win by a dead set about 40 points to go above the Tigers, and pretty much the same amount by 44 points to go above the Knights there into 13th position. That's the highest they can go. Like I said, if they lose, they go to last. Titans, on the other hand, they're minus 122, so they would go equal with Rabbitohs, Tigers, and Knights. However, 22, 32... It's about 34 points they'd have to win by to go above the Rabbitohs. They'd have to win by about 60 odd to go above the Tigers. So just for the Titans' sake, they just kind of want to put themselves back up and amongst it to get themselves off the bottom of the table. And again, they will, at the very minimum, go to 16th position. So this is the Battle of the Spooners. This is the Spoon Bowl. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the fun. This is how we do it here. But hopefully it's a good game. Come to the Titans. Fire it up. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get to the chat. And Parramatta Eels. Your logo looks like an STD. Brocky Sports is coming to Titans. Real Fan Sports says, what a belt to ask game the last one was. Yeah, welcome to Cowboys. They've been absolutely smacked up in the last how many games? They lost to the Dolphins by about 100. They lost to the Storm by about 400. They lost to the Roosters by about 600. And that's the amount of brain cells I lost watching the Cowboys of late. Raphael says, who do you got to win? I genuinely do think the Titans win, but I also know what the Titans can be like. So it's like, I will tip the Titans, and I genuinely think that they should be winning. There's a reason why they're favourites here today. No Mitchell Moses and no Dylan Brown will definitely hurt the Parramatta Eels. But, yeah, I'm always going to be nervous. I'm always going to have to wait and see how the game goes. We've come off the back of an awful game the last one, so hopefully this one fires it back up because we've had a really good round of rugby league, in my opinion. But all right, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe. Titans get the ball, Adam Fitzgibbon, and then they give it straight off to Regan Campbell-Gillard, going up against his old team for the first time here tonight. He's at the 18 on first tackle. Christian says, up to Eels? No. Olivia says, I'm ready for Muppet Hour. Oh no. I'm in a circus, man. It's a knock-on the first set, man. It's a knock-on of the first set. So first tackle here to the Eels, and they're 18 metres out. Oh, dude. So it's first tackle 15 metres away here from the line. They go out to the right side of Junior Bolo. And I'm not even too sure, but he'll be taken down here at the 10 second tackle. Gary says, are you wearing the Titans shorts and socks too, Blaze? No, I got bull shorts on and I got no shoes on. Now it's going to be Jermaine Hopgood, third tackle, 4 metres away from the line. Thank you, Jay. I'll refresh that now. Yeah, Real Fan Sports, just remember, you are a Tigers fan, so you're in the dribbler brigade with me, son. You know, the Titans may lose, but don't worry, you're not too far away from us regardless, and if we do win, it's your worst nightmare, because then we're equal with you despite having an awful season, and yours is a resurgence, so... but thank you for allowing me to kind of distract people from the Titans being bad and just kind of slapping the Tigers for a little bit. It's a very nice distraction. Fit tackle now, 2 minutes out from the line. Jack Kirkland says, when do you come back to Australia? I don't know. I don't know. And that's going to be kicked over the top with an awful... Oh, you're joking. Oh, it's going to end up being... Oh, how have they not ended up scoring there? I don't know how the Eels haven't ended up scoring there, but it's going to be Titans ball here 2 metres out. I'm shocked that they haven't scored there. And then it's going to be a penalty to the Titans. Let's go. How have they not scored that? What a start of the game, Lucas. Brilliant start. No shoes on. Nah. Blissy's fired up for some shoes and sockless feet. Canberra says, vocal cords warmed up. Let's go Titans. Exactly right. You tell them. You tell them. You tell them. So first tackle here for the Gold Coast at the 32. They go out to the right-hand side off to Jimmy Jolliffe. Go, you big bopper Irish man. At the 40 on second tackle. 3 minutes in. That absolutely should have been an Eels try. I can't believe they didn't score. Christian says, how's Thailand, bro? I've always wanted to go. Yeah, look, it depends. It depends on kind of what you're coming for. 1 second. Here out to the left-hand side of the Gold Coast. Go. And Jojo will be taken down here at the 35 for tackle. Let me go through this set and then I'll reply. So Alofiana Pereira gives it off to AJ Brimson. Brimo at the 30. He'll give it out to Kieran Foran. Foran across now to Chris Randall. And 6 again. Let's go, Gold Coast. Come on. Come on. 6 again. That'll be Sammy Verrills off to Philip Sami, and he's going to be 25 metres out. Again, the Gold Coast have never won a Combank Stadium before. Kieran Foran out the back now to AJ Brimson. Then he gives it off. Come on, Gold Coast. They're 10 metres out here from the line. Bo Firma. Third tackle. Bowie Firma rolls it back to Loffy. Then on to AJ Jimmy Jolliffe, then to Kieran Foran. They're spreading it right. Spread it again. JC goes inside, and he'll be 10 metres away for tackle. 10 metres away for tackle here. Sami gets it to Kieran Foran. Foran short ball. Jimmy Jolliffe, the big Irishman! Bang, baby! Come on. Now we're talking. Good start. Good start. Gold Coast lead 4-0 here with the kit to come. Helen, you support literally every team in the competition, man, so I really couldn't care less about you saying go Eels. But 4-0 here to the Titans, 4 minutes into the game. Come on, boys! Come on, boys! Tom Foley says, why do you have Titans on top of the ladder? Because your mum. Kemp Brody says, that's our Jimmy. Exactly right. Get around the big Jimmy Jolliffe, baby. Get around big Jimmy Jolliffe. Try time, right underneath the post. It's about to be 6-0 any moment now. Gary says, there's the energy we missed in the last game. Well, how was I meant to give you energy in the last game? Like I said, I don't know what to do. The last game, there was, how on earth? Sorry, I got a message on Thingo. How was I meant to give you energy from that last game? It was a dribbler. That was an absolute dribbler of a game. Try dumping bomb on a bees. Exactly right, Rocky. Exactly right. So 6-0 here to the Titans. Yeah, I think we just deal with that one, Jay. I think we just deal with that one. Samuel says Titans win. There'll be 3 points off the 8. How their season could change that quick. Yeah, you're right, Samuel. Like, you are right, but like ultimately, the competition is very close this year. I wouldn't necessarily say that's because of quality. I would say that that's because of lack of quality. Like, the Broncos are still ours despite their win today. The Sharks, don't even start me on them before I start flipping out over the Sharks again. Panthers, we've seen them. Everyone from the Broncos down are in trouble. But at the end of the day, it's very close. So yes, from last place right now to 7th position is 5 points, or last place to 8th position is quite literally 4 points. But then whoever wins today will be within 2 points, right? So yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It is. Second tackle now for the Titans, and they're going to get this ball to the 25, Phillips Army. Third tackle. Jason, the other one will probably soon follow. Oh, yeah. We all know Tom Foley's lasting about 3 minutes here, mate. Third tackle here, and it's going to be Khalees Haas who gets it out to the 40 on fourth tackle. Good run. Jason said this should be a good game. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Either way, I'm just happy to be watching my team. So, fifth tackle, 48 metres away here from the line. How many months until I get the never seen BKR Sport logo? The what? I don't even know what that means. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So first tackle here for the Eels, and they'll be at the 20. Come on, boys. Come to Gold Coast. Cam Brody says, would be cool to charge into the finals, but we do not deserve considering how we played the first half of the season. Yeah, but like, who does deserve the finals right now? Okay, I'm happy to lock the top 4 off in the finals, Warriors, Storm, Raiders, and Bulldogs, because everyone else is dribblers. The Raiders have probably been the most consistent team. The Storm have been up and down, but at least they got the win last night. The Warriors just lost to an undermanned Panthers team, and the Bulldogs were down 32-4 or 13-0 at halftime to the damn well Broncos, who are just so up and down. It's not funny. That's the thing. Who does deserve it at this point, man? This comp is so wide open. It is completely wide open. And that's 1 second. The Eels down the left-hand side, taking down to the 30 on fifth tackle. So it's like the only thing that'll make me crash out, I will crash out deluxe galore. I'll crash out like crazy if it's another Panthers Storm grand final. After everything we've seen, I think that's going to be a knock-on here for the Titans. And it will be Eels ball here at the 15. Christian Katz, if we don't beat Finns next week, I'm ruling us out for the season. Ruling out for the season. You're Rabbitohs. Well, there's a genuine chance that you could be jumping into the bottom 2 today. There's a genuine chance. You kind of would prefer the Titans to win because we need to win by a lot more than the Eels do to jump you. Yo says, I'm a Para fan. Haven't watched the Titans much. How has Campbell Gillard been this year? Yeah. RCG's been better recently than he was at the start. He got off to a really rough start, to be fair, but unfortunately, the Titans pack usually under-delivers on the expectations that they always get given pre-season. Regan Campbell-Gillard wasn't great to start the year, but look, he's been fine in the last couple of games, and hopefully he just keeps on improving. I wouldn't say it's been a successful signing necessarily just yet, but it's still only halfway through the season, and he's been getting better. So Sam Verrills off to Jaden Campbell. And he'll kick this ball down to the corner. Good chase here. Bang! Alan Fitzgibbon with an absolute crunching hit. Alan Fitzgibbon lines up Josh Haddokan and smacks him. Epic Murray says, hey Blaze, how have you been? Well, hope you've been well, man. Were you surprised by the Dolphins lost the Knights? Yes and no. So before that game, when I was streaming it, I did say to everyone who was here, and they can attest to this, I did say I sensed a bit of an upset. I didn't have the guts to actually go and tip the Knights because the Dolphins' form was just too good. So I knew that there was going to be a slack-off job done by the Dolphins at some point over the next couple of weeks. I didn't know it would be there, but I knew the Knights would be up for it, especially considering they have a really good defense. It's just their attack that's not good, and they did find some good attack in that game. So, I didn't have the guts to kind of go with the upset, but I did sense a little bit of a surprise in that one. So the Titans, Fitzgibbon grabs that one, gives it off to AJ Brimson, and Brimo's going to bring it out here to the 35 on first tackle. Real Fan Sports is just chilling, bro, living life and stuff. That's what you got to do. Just live life, son. Just live life. Ibby says, I'm happy to say Titans are finals contenders. You know what? Fair enough, mate. We're first position, as you can see here on the table. This is a very serious channel, mate. We don't joke around here. We've never made a joke in our life, actually. Never. I don't think we've ever made a joke in the channel ever. And that's a very serious ladder. So right-hand side. And Chris Randall gets the ball to the 45. Lucas's Dogs have really fell off since the start of the start of the season, from first to out of the top 10 is shocking. It really is shocking. It really is shocking. Kieran Foran over the top here. Nice pass to Loffy. Loffy cuts back onto the inside. He'll be 35 metres out. Fit tackle. 10 minutes going in the first half. 30 minutes to go in the first half. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. We haven't missed a game of rugby league in dead set like a month. We've shown pretty much every single game. Good tape though by Isaiah Yongi at the 15. Sometimes I take 1 or 2 games off a weekend, but the last month we've been going crazy with it. I really want the Raiders-Warriors grand final despite the Wars being on fraud watch right now. I will say that I think the best grand final for rugby league this year would be Warriors-Bulldogs. Oh, that's a high tackle. No, he hasn't called it. Would be Warriors-Bulldogs. You get the New Zealand audience, plus you get the Islander audience, and the Bulldogs have a large Lebanese audience, plus also there's 2 teams that haven't won it a long time. Warriors have never won it. The Bulldogs haven't won since 2004. I think the ideal grand final is Warriors vs Bulldogs because I don't think that Canberra draws in the audience. So it's like Canberra, I would prefer to see win the comp this year. I actually like Canberra. I think they're doing well this year, and I've enjoyed watching them, and I would like to see them win. But based off of like viewership numbers, I think the biggest viewership will come from Bulldogs vs Warriors. Why make it obvious? It's so stupid. Josh is like my allergies. Oh no, what is? Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get what you mean now. I hope Canberra win it this year. Imagine Dogs and Wars fans, if they win, it would be so annoying. Dogs would be brutal. Warriors fans I could stomach, but it would be frustrating. It would be really hard to stomach, but I'd be able to stomach it because I don't mind New Zealand. But Dogs fans, it'd just be... honestly, get out of Sydney. That place is getting destroyed. Sydney's getting destroyed in the grand final if the Bulldogs win that. Accor Stadium's getting burned to the ground. Belmore will cease to exist. Canterbury's gone. Belmore and Canterbury gone as suburbs. You won't be able to come back in. Hunters fans says Titans be cheating. What are you even talking about, dude? Epic Mario says Dolphins struggle against good defense and Best was a massive inclusion. Highlands fan, I know you think you're hilarious, but like no one finds you hilarious. I hope Canberra win this year. Imagine Dogs and Wars fans if they... Oh, I've already read that comment, sorry. I was reading Epic Mario's. Dolphins struggled against good defense and Best was a massive inclusion. Correct. And I will say Eels are away here. Eels are away here. Isaiah Yongi, this should be a try. This should be... Oh, no, he didn't pass the ball. They had a 2-on-1. He didn't pass the ball. So 4 tackle now for the Eels at the 28. Eels going to Eels. Eels going to Eels. They still should be able to score here. If they will have the numbers out of the left-hand side. They will have them. And they don't pass it out the left. So it's going to be 5th tackle here. Now it's 4th tackle. Isaiah Yongi is going to throw the ball all the way over the top. The ball is not going to bounce well. And Russell will score. Like, of course. Of course. Like, the breakaway was always going to lead to that if they pass it out the left and they get the try. I know. Why? I don't understand why. Because they would have scored under the post. I don't know why Yongi doesn't pass that ball in the middle of the field to the right. He had a 2-on-1 and just decided to run it in himself. But try time there for the Eels. But no, what I was going to say a bit more with the Dolphins is that they flogged the Dragons. Not that impressive to be flogging the Dragons. They flogged the Cowboys, and we've seen the Cowboys have given up about 1 billion points these last few weeks. So that's not impressive. And they flogged the Dogs, and contextually... The Dogs had like 8 players out. The Dolphins had like 4 or 5. But the Dogs had a lot of players out. So it's like the 3 teams they flogged in that massive rampaging 158 points scored and 18 points conceded in that 3 weeks was actually against teams that either 1 were not good or 2 had all their players out with Origin and all that jazz. So, Origin or injuries. But the point is the Dolphins were a little bit of a facade. I still think that if you can score that many points and you can prevent teams from scoring, professional rugby league teams from scoring, then you know you're still a good enough team, and you're still probably absolutely making the top 8 based off of that, surely. But I didn't buy fully into it until they're going to play an actual genuine team. Camp Bros, I think there's more motivation to watch games right now. There have been some really good contests of late. Every game's been good except for that last game this weekend. Every game has been close. Even Warriors-Panthers was close until the last 15 minutes. So, 6-6. So, it will be 6-6. Oh, well done, Lomax. You got a kick for the first time this week. Real Fan Sports said, I thought about grabbing Campbell and Supercoach. He's fun to watch. Get around the LJC. Walnut Hill says, nervous to see how the game goes next week versus the Knights for me Raiders. Knights often find a way to beat us and looked good last night. This is the time of the season where the Knights go and try to save Adam O'Brien's job. You know, they look awful, 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 and then the last 10 games of the season, they go on a rampage, win all their games, get into the finals, and then get knocked out in the first week or the second week. It's the same old repetitive cycle with the Newcastle Knights, man. And every Knights fan knows exactly what I'm talking about. So Junior Bolo will get this ball to the 15 on first tackle. Walnut Hill says nervous. I've read that comment. Where was that boot in Origins, Taxman? No, we love it. Josh had a car out of the left-hand side, and he'll be taken down to the 35. Second tackle. And it's going to be a penalty to Parramatta. Get out of the play, dude. Come on, Phil. Get out of the play. What looked forward to him? If you're talking about the Eels try, the Eels try was fine. It wasn't forward. If Best doesn't make Origin 3, New South Wales lose. Mate, as if Bradman Best is getting in over Latrell Mitchell and Stephen Crichton. There is 0% chance Bradman Best is getting in over Latrell Mitchell and Stephen Crichton. Yongi pass. I don't know. So first tackle now for the Eels at the 35. If you have a lot of points conceded against you today, Titans, like that's a problem with no Moses and Dylan Brown. Like it just shouldn't be happening. Like the breakaway, I can stomach because that's a broken down play, and then they've just been able to pass it out to the left hand side. Like that should always be scored. But like if you get slapped up on the defensive side when they've got both their halves out, yikes, man. So out to the right, then up to the middle. Junior Bolo off to Jermaine Hopgood. Hopgood gives it short ball to Alungi. He'll be taken down to 15 metres out for tackle. I don't know what Tuolungi's complaining about here. I don't think you've been hit high, man. I do not feel like you've been hit high here, sir. He's just hit his head really hard into the ground. Okay, fair enough. God bless him. Epic Mario says, I agree wholeheartedly about the Knights. If we make finals, I won't be surprised. I love our defense. We just miss any real attack. Yeah, no, it's like, and I say this all the time. Knights fans, if you accept mediocrity and you accept, the Knights season every year of sucking at the start and then coming home strong and then getting knocked out in the first week or second week, then that's a success for you. Then great. But like at the end of the day, you want to win a comp, and this team's not going to win a comp. This team's nowhere close to winning a comp. They can compete for the finals and they can get into the finals, but they're nowhere close to winning a comp. So I still feel like there's a lot of changes that need to be made. But if you guys go and make the finals, then everyone's going to be like, Adam O'Brien, he's still a great coach. And it's like, he's just not. He's just not. They've decided to bring Dylan Brown into play 7 when the Eels fans know that he doesn't really play. He's not a great 7. He's a great 6 alongside Mitchell Moses, usually, but he's not a 7. But yet the Knights who are kind of putting their entire future plans into Dylan Brown as a 7 when he's not a 7. Because we've seen him play 7 plenty of times for the Eels and it just hasn't been good. Addo Carr will go this ball at 20, fit tackle. Which teams you got making the grand final? Adam, I'm thinking Raiders right now will probably play... Realistically, I do have Raiders Storm at the moment. But the Storm are very worrying. And Loffy's going to knock the ball on. This team's fun to watch. Eels here, 15 metres out. 0 tackle. Now 10 metres away. But the Dogs absolutely are a shout too. I don't have the Wars making the grand final. But any of the top 3 teams, which is not a surprise. So first tackle now for the Eels. 4 metres away. Then Jermaine Hopgood. And Jermaine Hopgood is going to be 2 metres away from the line. Second tackle. And short play is a try. Yeah, great defense, lads. Great defense, lads. Fantastic defense here, Gold Coast. Canberra says, watch the Panthers find a way to make a bloody run. As long as it's not Panther Storm, man, like make a run, sure, don't care. If you do it, then it's probably the greatest grand final win of all time, and this would be the greatest team of all time if the Panthers wanted to come from here. But like, if it's a Panther Storm grand final, you know, like what do we do? You know, what do we do? The worst possible outcome for the NRL this year actually is the Panthers winning the competition, because then it's 5 years in a row. They've been in 6 grand finals in a row. The Storm Panthers were the grand final last year. The Storm Panthers were the grand final in 2020. The Panthers beat out the Rabbitohs in 2021. The Panthers beat out the Eels in 2022. The Panthers beat out the Broncos in 2023. And then, yeah, like I said, they beat out the Storm in 2024. So it's like if the Panthers go on to win it, it actually is the worst thing for the NRL. You're not going to get casual viewers wanting to watch it. You're not going to get really anyone caring about the grand final. And Panthers fans, it'll be great for you, but like as a as a believer in the product of the NRL, I think that's the worst possible outcome. And I would even accept Roosters and Storm more so than the Panthers on the basis that like I can stomach that. But 5 years in a row of the Panthers winning the comp, it just doesn't freshen it. You need a refresher. You need a refresher. Just like I would have said that we did say the same thing after the Roosters won 2 premierships in a row in 2018, 2019. And not that the Storm, the Storm wouldn't be an amazing result here for the NRL. Like, I would honestly, genuinely prefer the Broncos to win than the Panthers. I'm not a fan of the Broncos, but I would prefer. So it's 12-6 to the Eels with 23 minutes to go the first half. I'd prefer the Broncos to win than the Panthers because you need to see a refresher of the comp. And otherwise, we've seen one of the most exciting seasons of all time so far just go down and thrown into a generalization of the early 2020s, mid-2020s. KJ Man says, I just want the Titans to do well. Hey, that'd be nice, KJ Man. Wow, you're asking a lot, though. You're asking a great lot, KJ Man. Bulldogs Warriors grand final will be massive, Tanner says. Yeah, I 100% agree, mate. This is what I'm saying. That would be the ultimate grand final because you get the New Zealand audience and all of the islands would support New Zealand. And I would say that majority of Australia would support New Zealand. Titans get the ball to hit the 20 and they'll bring it out here to the 30. Majority of Australia would support New Zealand. And then you've got the Bulldogs who have a large Lebanese audience. I don't know how much of the neutrals they would gather, but it would be massive because the Dogs haven't won since 2004 and the Warriors have never won it before and they've been in the comp since 95. So that would ultimately be the best outcome. I just don't know if the Warriors are going to be able to beat out whoever, whether it be the Raiders or the Storm, to get into the grand final. All right, so right-hand side, and now Cleese Haas on fit tackle, gets ball to the 40. Campo says, that's right. Casey says, not going to lie, I had a bad feeling Eels were going to come out and just play their best game of the season against the Titans. No, you didn't. You thought the Titans were going to win 13 plus, you said before. Like, since when have they moved the ball like that? They have been. It's early in the game, man. Plenty of time. Friends, I'll crash out of the Storm, mate, the grand final. You know it's a high possibility, and you know it, you know. KJ Man says, I wish asking for that wasn't such a stretch. Yeah, no, it's okay, though, because all the organisational members were just apparently laughing and smiling after we lost a couple of weeks ago at home. But, you know, it's sweet. It's sweet. We can see. They think that we forget because they win one game against Manly. So, you know, we don't forget, champion. You know, we don't forget, lads. So, fit tackle now for the Eels, and they're going to be 45 metres out from their own line. 20 minutes gone in the first half, 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Lucas says, Warriors winning the comp is great for growing the game in New Zealand. Would really capitalise on the current momentum. I agree. But it would be amazing to get this South Island New Zealand team in. Amazing. Waz winning could do wonders for the PNG team as well. Why? So Alan Fitzgibbon now will be at the 35 on third tackle. Titans not making a great deal of meters on these sets. And Philip Sami, he's trying hard, Philip. He's trying hard. And Regan Campbell-Gillar gets to Kieran Foran, and they go to Bowie Firma. And Firma's going to be 42 metres away on fifth tackle. Sam Verrills, they go short side. Foz kicks a little dink over the top. I think it was for Jojo, but he didn't realise he was doing a short dink, and it goes straight to the fullback as Ayongi. I think most neutrals would follow the Waz over the Dogs. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that... Well, for starters, most NRL fans aren't a big fan of the Bulldogs fan base. It's not that necessarily people dislike the Dogs per se. I know a lot of older fans will because of situations, but I think that a lot of people don't really like how Dogs fans carry on a lot of the time. So you're probably not going to get a great deal of... You're not going to get any of the Sydney teams supporting you for sure. There's no way the Sydney teams will support the Dogs. The Eels will be taking that to 45. And Queensland has a lot of Kiwi audience as well. Warriors, if they make a grand final, will clearly have the support. Warriors would have had the support. Oh my gosh, AJ. Oh, and the Eels are going to score a try. Oh, we're fucked, bro. Like, this team, this is fucked. Like, honestly, dead set, lads. Dead set. Like, you've literally, we've just gifted the Eels a try. Dead set. I wonder if there would be a single Sydney fan base that would back the Dogs, because Manly definitely ain't. The Eels, absolutely not. I don't think either the Roosters or the Rabbitohs. I don't think so. The Panthers might not give a shit. Maybe the Panthers, you know what? That could be a bit of a shout, actually. I'm not going to lie. Panthers fan base might be a bit of a shout because they have an interesting little rivalry with the Warriors. Not like a quality and competitive rivalry, but it's like an interesting little rivalry between the two. Brenton says, not sure about neutrals and Rays versus Wilds. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not dealing with you at the moment. You didn't come in before, so you can't come in now. Brenton says, not sure about neutrals and Rays versus Wilds grand final. I think that most people will still get behind the. I think most people will still get behind the Wars. I don't know. That's 50-50 actually. It's just that not many people care about Canberra. I'm sorry to say that, Rays fans, but I just don't think many people are going to give too much of a shit about Canberra. And it's just unfortunately the truth. Canberra says Panthers maybe just for the former players. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Fisher Harris is there and whatnot. Like I'd probably say that Panthers. Oh wait, to the Bulldogs. Yeah. Because the Panthers probably get credit for it. So Panthers fans probably would get behind the Dogs actually. But can you stomach it? Can you stomach it? That's so poor from AJ, man. That's so poor. Yeah, Tom, you're not going to get the reaction you're desperate for. Tanner says the only team who deserve to be in the bottom half of the 8 at the moment is the Chooks. No, because the Roosters are not in the bottom half of the 8. They are currently in 7th position. I have to update that letter. I'll update that letter at halftime. I can't bother doing it right now. As a Knights fan, go for Raiders. I think I wouldn't care. I'd be happy for either fan base, to be honest with you. I'd just sit back and enjoy it here if it was a Raiders versus Warriors grand final. I would love it for New Zealand and I'd love it for Canberra. Like both those fan bases. Canberra hasn't won it since 95 and the Warriors have never won it and they came in 95. Ill discipline killing us again. Just been the story of the season. Been the story of our history, man. It's been a story of our history. You know, you just come to terms with it. You know, the organisation, they can circle jerk each other and wank each other off for every one win against Manly all they like and, you know, blame a content creator and all that. You know, they can do that all they like. But at the end of the day, this has been the story of our history, mate. Fit tackle. And the game's still, like, it's only 12 points in this game. But it's just, it's sad, man. Because, like, there's no Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brown. And you've currently had 18 points already put on you. And Lomax is going to get the ball over to the right-hand side. It's still fit tackle here. Then they kick this ball across, and that goes straight to the Titans. Alan Fitzgibbon, he'll bring this ball out now to the 15. NRL would win. Yeah, if it's Raiders Warriors, whoever wins, wins. You know, the NRL would be very, very much win for that. My bad, I mean bottom half of the top 8. Why? Why do you say that? Did the Broncos beat the Roosters? So Tino's come on here for the Gold Coast. 4 tackle. I'm going to have a look. You better hope the Broncos beat them. Oh, that's right. The last game you played, the Roosters beat you 26-16. So I'm sure that you don't think the Broncos deserve to be in the top 8 too then, right? Fit tackle now for the Titans. And the Eels will be at the 10. No, I remember game 1, Olivia, but also the most recent game, the Broncos lost to the Roosters. So I'm sure that if the Roosters don't deserve to be in the top 8, then surely the Broncos don't either, right? Eels away here. Will Penasini, Tino coming across, and Tino will stop it. So it will be 45 metres out. First tackle over the Eels. Tanner says, as a Broncos fan, we 100% don't deserve to be there. Yeah, I don't disagree. There is a lot of teams that don't necessarily deserve to be as high up as they are. The only teams that deserve to be as high up as they are is realistically the top 4 right now. Like every other team, there's been just significant problems this year. I could see this being a blowout, by the way, guys. I'm not even going to crash out. Like, you just get used to it at this point. Great win against Manly, though. Great win against Manly. Keep the faith alive. Like, this is just... like, the Titans are done. The club's done, bro. Like, the club's just... And it's going to be 6 more here. 6 again for the Eels at the 10. The Wilds will fall off, I think. I don't disagree with you, Jake. I don't think fall off is the correct... I don't think fall off is correct. I just think they were very complacent. They haven't really, you know, convincingly beat teams this year. I still think they'll win more games than they lose for the rest of the year. But no, I don't have them as a grand finalist. Oh, the defense is fun. Oh, at least the Titans will get the ball there from a mistake from the Eels. So Jojo Fafita with the ball. First tackle. Tons, I agree as a Bronx fan, Bronx have been shocking. Well, that's the thing, and hold on 1 second here. I'm glad as Broncos fans you can admit it. Like today, for example, whether the Broncos or Sharks won, both of them, whoever won was still going to cop it and say, "Oh, it wasn't a great result." Like you take the 2 points, but you just run away with it and you ignore it. Yeah, no, Sharks have got so many problems, man. 4 tackle here at the 35. On Big says, if you had to support a New South Wales team, which team would it be? It'd be the Sharks for my mum, but like at the end of the day, like I wouldn't support any. If the Titans ever got removed from the competition, I wouldn't support a team. I'd just be a passionate fan of the game. Jake says, what's the one non-negotiable for you with the next Titans coach? I don't think Des is on the chopping block yet, man. I said at the beginning of Dez's tenure, a couple of years back when we found out he was coming, I said, if Des doesn't work out, who does? And I ask you guys that question. If Des doesn't work out, a successful coach in the past, who does? Who does? Who can change it? JC is going to have to come off here for a HIA, I think. Your mum, Tom Foley. Dom Finlayson says, what's the better defense or ownership? What's better, the defense or ownership? I will never insult our owners. I'll never insult the Frizzels and I'll never insult the Kellys. Lucas says, only way Warriors win the I understand why people criticise them, but I'll never do it. Titans wooden spoon says, who's winning? Titans are getting the wooden spoon. You're not going to get the reaction you want. Like, I'm very well aware of how shit this team is right now. Like, I'll tell you, I'll look down the barrel and say, this team is fucking dog shit. Like, straight up. And I don't care who's hearing it and who's listening. They are dog shit. You know, love the boys, but they are dog shit. You aren't going to get the reaction you're desperate for. So 4 tackle now at the 40, and it's going to be Junior Bordeaux goes out to the right-hand side. And then off to, oh, geez, that's a knock on there from the Eels. And Kieran Foran will get this ball out now to the 38. And it's like, there's a long way to go in this game. The Titans can still win, but you shouldn't be down 18-6 to a team with no Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brown in their halves. Lucas says, only way Warriors win the comp is if someone else knocks the Storm out. That's also true. That is also true. But also, Warriors have lost to the Raiders twice this year. Haven't played the Bulldogs, but got flogged by the Storm. So Tino now to Kieran Foran. Foran gives it off to AJ Brimson. Brimson off to Jojo. Jojo then underneath it to Loff, and Loff will be taken down to the 30, third tackle. That's the thing. I can say they're dog shit. Doesn't mean I don't support them. Doesn't mean I don't want them to come back. And 6 again if the Titans are 30. Doesn't mean that I won't be here the entirety of the way. But it's just a fact. Even if they came back and won this game, you'd still be concerned about what's happened in this first 30 minutes. But Loffy, hopefully he's alright, man. He comes down awkwardly. God bless him. Yeah, it's going to be 6 again here for the Gold Coast. So he's alright. That's good. Rookie of the year for you so far. Forgetty from the Chooks to me. Who are some rookies across the comp at the moment? Because it's always confusing because it's like some players have played, like, for example, Hohepa Peru on debut for the Sharks today has played like 2 games for the Rays in 2023. That would still be a rookie. No, it wouldn't be, sorry. But that's the point. Like, it gets confusing. Titans here, Titans here, Titans here, Titans here. Carl Cristiano! Well, I want to see this is not an obstruction, though. He's calling a try now. Let's see. Let's just see if there's an obstruction here first. All right, let's see, because there's a massive gap. I need to see how this unfolds. But we'll take that, Chrissy. We'll take that for the time being. Does anybody else have other shouts? My brain's not really necessarily... Mitchell says Dean Pay. You're gone for a minute. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's just bad defense. That's just bad defense. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So it's a try time for the Titans. It's 18-10 with the kick to come. It's about to be 18-12. Let's get it. That's an awful defense, Lucas. It just, the defense just completely opened up. Completely. You thought obstruction? Okay, who gets obstructed there, Aces? Hey, who gets obstructed there? Which player touches which player? Because from what I saw, no one was even within cooee of anyone. So who was the obstruction? Who was obstructed on the play, Aces? So 10 minutes to go in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Bo Firma is taking our conversion. Yes, Bowie! Yes, Bowie! Why is Bowie... I know JC's off the field, but Bowie Firma? Yeah, Jack O'Neill, you were more obstructed than the Eels defence there. Like, who obstructs here? Who obstructs? Where's the obstruction? Where's the obstruction? Jacob Alec-Winky was touched by Casper before he was touched by an Eels player. Think it's fine. Thank Sherlock Holmes over here. It's not think it's fine. It's very clearly fine because Jacob Alec-Winky was closer to the United States of America than being touched by an Eels player for an obstruction. Just remove Tom Foley for the stream, bro. Like, I can't even bother with you. So 10 minutes to go here, the first half. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Epic Mario says, wasn't Randall hooker at one point? Randall was hooker, and then went into lock, and then front row and back row. He's kind of just like all over the shop. Kevin says, as a Broncos fan, we were poor defensively today. Yep, and as good as Staggs was today, he had a shocker defensively in the first half. Agree, but Tony Staggs still was my man of the match. I thought he was unbelievable. Ken Brody says, Firma kicked it. I've seen it all now. Seen it all. To be fair, these boys do it at training. Like, I've seen Dave slot one from the sideline, same with Tino. Fourth tackle now at the 45. Salmon says, what do you bring for feeder back? Waiting for his injury. He can be alright. So, fourth tackle now. And Bo Firma, I do think he needs a fresh scenery. I don't think it's necessarily going to work out for him on the Gold Coast. Love the guy, but I don't think it's going to work out for him on the Gold Coast. And I think he'll be able to, go and be the player that we all know he can be at another club. Another more successful club, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, but like I believe it. I was obstructed from seeing the try. I was doing the washing. Fair enough. Kind of coach to build a foundation. Mitchell says Tamale or Halasima. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Savelio Tamale can't win it now because he's injured for the rest of the season. He did his ACL. So Halasima is a very big shout. I would not be surprised if Halasima wins it. I probably would suggest that Halasima wins it actually. He's been very good there for the Warriors. So 9 minutes left in the first half. Eels with the ball up by 6. And they'll be taken down here at the 44. Fit tackle. Hugo Savala. Maybe. Depends on how the rest of the season goes. But I don't know. I think Halasima's done more than... But, nearly a high tackle. That's not a high tackle. First tackle here at the 15. Tamale won't be back to round 25 at the earliest. Oh, it was his kneecap. Sorry, not ACL. Damn. Well, good. It's a lot better than an ACL, so I'm not going to say damn. But that is still a long time. Tynes says, Cobbo will perform better away from the Broncos, similar to Fafita away from the Titans. Yeah, I don't disagree. Mark would win it. Nwangani Tawase. Is he eligible? Yeah, it would be. No, how old is he? That's a knock on Eels. 6 again coming up for the Gold Coast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so 7:40 to go here the first half, and it is 18-12 to the Eels, but the Eels knock it on, Titans ball. Yeah, happy with it not being an ACL. At least he'll get a full preseason barring any other injury. Kid's so good. Yeah, he's very good. Dragons missed out by not keeping him. Dragons missed out. 24. Nwangani Tawase is 24. He wouldn't be eligible for a rookie then, would he? He's only played one game last year. But yeah, but isn't there an age limit or something? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm an idiot. And I am an idiot, but maybe I'm an idiot. So Titans now at the 40. Is there no age limit? Like could you technically be 37 and win Rookie of the Year? Oh, Jimmy Jallis lost the ball on first tackle. Lovely. Lovely. First tackle, Jimmy Jallis loses the ball. Oh, no, they're going to challenge this. Come on, please tell me this is a good challenge. We're not usually good with challenges, but please tell me this is a good challenge. Please, please, please tell me this is a good challenge. I forgot there's a Las Vegas game. That is a loose carry. That, my friends, is probably a loose carry there. Yeah, they're not overturning that. They ain't overturning that, man. Curious, Brody. Camp Brody says, curious for your thoughts, mate. Do you think if Kenny is healthy for the last few rounds, we should play him or just leave until next season? I think Keanu's nearly ready now, isn't he? I think Keanu's about to come back soon, like now. Yongi, strong contender for rookie too. I've got Halasima still above him, but sure. Did Yongi not play any games at the Panthers? No, he didn't, did he? 7 minutes to go in the first half. And honestly, don't know why Walsh was kicking a lot today. He never usually does as much kicking like he did today. Yeah, he kicked way too much today, and it was awful every time. He was awful for 60 minutes. The last 20 minutes, he was really good, but that was also because Britton Nakora missed a tackle, and Nico Hines decided to tackle a guy who didn't have the ball and completely didn't help Nakora out at all either. He played one. Okay, there you go. That's a sneaky. It's like what the Broncos did with Ash Taylor back in like 2015. That's a sneaky there from the Panthers. They played him one game so that he can be always known as having played for Panthers on his debut. Second tackle here at the 30. And they go out to the left-hand side here, Parramatta. Walker off the Polo. And they're away. Kitione Kautonga. Can't even hate the big Fijian, man. Can't even hate him. Third tackle now, 10 metres away. And off to Junior Bolo. Walker. And 8 metres out, fourth tackle. 8 metres out. Love the ladder you got there. It's the best ladder of all time, mate. And intercept. Go love, go love, 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 love. Go the fuck home, Luffy. Go, you good thing. That's an intercept, baby. And welcome back to the party. Gold Coast Titans will score with a nice little intercept. Woohoo! Busca. As soon as I knew that was Loff with the ball, I knew it was gone. Let's go, Loffy. Let's go, Loffy. Go the swear jar. Get the swear jar going, mate. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go the first half, and a big try there for the Titans. And Loffy just picks it up, and as soon as he got that ball, he was never getting caught, son. You're never doing it. Just before half-time, you're right, Brenton. Just before half-time. The loft is loose. The loft is loose, baby. Loose. Jay Lewis is Titans, one of the best teams in the NRL. Fact, well, ladder doesn't lie. Ball don't lie. Ladder don't lie. Ball don't lie. Ladder don't lie. But, like, regardless, like, we should have been given 18 points in the first half to the Eels. But I want 2 points. I still want the 2 points. Because if we can get off the bottom of the table here, it would be beautiful. Upbeck says, let's go. Shop for the $200, KP. Hey, I get 20 bucks for that. Tylen says, you think Carpero could be a future Maroons winger? If he can fix his defense, yeah. I think he's one of the best. I think he's a great winger for his attack and obviously his speed. Defensively, though, the Titans, everyone needs to fix their defense. It's not even an individual shot at Loff here. It's just saying everyone needs to sort their defense out. And yeah, look, he's one of them. This is a tough kick here for Bobby Firma, though, like especially considering he doesn't normally kick. Hey, this is from the sideline. But like on Loffy's trajectory, he could well and truly pass up what Alex Johnson and Ken Irvine are doing, but it just comes down to injuries. Bowie, oh, he's going to miss the kick. So we'll say 18-16 to the Eels with 4 minutes to go. Firma from the sideline, surely. Mate, that would have been amazing if he did it. I'm not going to give my thoughts on the Fafita situation, Jake. That wasn't a bad attempt. It's not a bad attempt there from Bowie. It's not a bad attempt. So 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half. The Eels lead 18-16. Let's go to the loft, mate. Let's go to the loft, mate. Let's go to loft. 4:20 to go. Like, if you think about it, the Eels have scored off the back of us doing stupid shit. Especially their last try with the Brimo knock-on try. Campbell says, Bo is already doing a better job kicking than BK this season. I don't want to sit here and shit on BK, man. And you know that it'll go down that path with Titans fans if we bring him up. Second tackle here at the 20. And Verrills gives it off here to Tino. I feel bad for the guy. He's an awesome dude. He's just, unfortunately, 2 rocks and diamonds. Like, when he's diamonds, he's amazing. When he's rocks, he's awful. You know, that's just the truth. That doesn't mean I think less of him as a dude, but that's just the truth. And unfortunately, there's too many rocks to partner with the diamonds. So Sam Verrills up to Tino. And Tino will get this ball to the halfway point on 5th tackle. 3.5 minutes to go the first half. At least this is looking like it's going to be another close game. Whether the quality's there or not, at least it's looking like it's going to be another close game for the weekend. No, I know it's not. I know it's not your intention, Brody. I just know what people are like. So Isaiah Young will be taking that at 24. Love Kelly, Rocks and Diamonds, but he's been loyal to this team. Yep. How did he play yesterday for Tweed? I think he was playing for Tweed, didn't he? How did he play, if anyone knows? Lomax's BK sums up the Titans of the team. You're right. Jaden Campbell, our halfback, is unfortunately ruled out for the game with a concussion. Unfortunately, JC will not come back today. He's out with a concussion. Blizz says 4 scans. What do we become? If I could remove you from the table, I would, mate. And you're just lucky that the Roosters didn't end up winning by 50 or 40, because then they would have gone above you too. I just haven't updated the table yet. Tino in 16, did he end up starting or come from the bench? No, he was off the bench. He played Origin on Wednesday, so I think they just wanted to give him and Mo a bit more of a rest. And good take there by Alan Fitzgibbon. It'll be Titans ball here at the 20. Fan Sports says, it looks like another good game, been a good week of league. Outside of the last game, that was awful. Yeah, it has been a good week of league. People will look at the score. Good offload there by Jacob Arlek-Winky. And AJ gets the ball to the 35 on second tackle. People will look at the Panthers-Warriors game and go, wasn't great. It actually was for 65 minutes. Third tackle. Tujan says, I think Fitzgibbon is getting some points this game. Try-wise, honestly, considering how many points have already been scored, like this game could finish 44-40. Eels will know all about that one day from last year against the Dragons. This game could finish 50-46. So my answer would be yes, probably. Especially a winger against the Eels. With that being said, he's gone up against Addo Carr, so he's not going to be able to beat him out in the speed battle. And now they kick it to his side. Here we go. Let's see if we can do anything. AJ chasing it through. Oh, it's a good tape by Isaiah Yongi, though. Jeez, that was a good battle. And now they've got space on the wing here for the Eels. But Jojo... Oh, it's a brilliant tackle. Jojo is the most underrated centre in the game. Oh, he's not most, but he's very underrated. He's been our best player for years. Who will play halfback rest of the game and will massively affect your attack? Well, not really. Massively affect the attack for sure. But who will come into the halves? Let me go have a look here quickly. Because Tom Weaver's 18th man, so he can't come in. None of our bench is a half. So Kieran Foran's going to have to move into the 7. You might be seeing... You could potentially see AJ go to 5'8", but then who's the fullback? Oh, they're away here. The Eels, they're away. They're away, and good tackle there. They're taken down to the 20. Jojo may... No, they're not going to do that. I don't know, actually. It's interesting. Yeah, Randall. I was thinking Randall, but I don't know. Junior Buller didn't walk up, and now the Eels on third tackle. 6 again. If I'm the Eels, I consider a field goal here. I know it sounds silly being up 18-16, but the more points, the better. And it's still very easily could be a very tight game going into the second half, and a field goal might actually benefit you. 12 seconds left in the first half. Eels 10 metres out from the line. Hold them out. Hold them out. Hold them out. You never know what the score could be. Oh, they might score. They might actually score a try. If they did that, that'd be so Titans. Halftime. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. Halftime. Verrills to 6, maybe Randall to 9. No, if anything, I'd put Randall in 6 and keep Verrills in 9. But there you go. Halftime, 18-16. Look, defense has left the chat. Defense has left the chat here today, unfortunately, for both these teams. But this is what you're going to get when it's last versus second last, right? You know, both these teams have given up. Titans have given up 390 points this season. Eels have given up 336 points this season. Now, Cowboys have actually given up the most points across the comp at the moment. With that being said, both the... No, maybe not the Eels, but Titans definitely could go back below them after this game, because right now they'd be on 408, so they're about 18 points below the Cowboys on how much they've given up so far this season. But look, I considering we were down 18-6, I'd take an 18-16 at halftime. I'm not happy that this game is as close as it is, considering. But when we go through some of these stats, I'll take it, because we haven't had the possession battle. But guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Seb Watson says Titans notoriously bad second half, though, aren't they? When they're leading by big margins, sure. Not necessarily second halves in general, but when they're leading by big margins, then yes, sure, that is technically correct. But like I said, thumbs up, subscribe. If you're not following us on Instagram, go follow us on Instagram in the pinned comment. But possession-wise, 45% for the Titans, 55% here for the Eels. 15 minutes and 53 seconds there for the Eels and 13 minutes and 2 seconds there for the Titans with the time in possession. Completion rate, both teams solid, 80%, 16 from 20 for the Eels and 85% for the Titans with 18 from 21. That's really good, but completion rate hasn't necessarily been a problem mainly for the Titans this year. It's not really been an issue. One game there was a bad one, but it's not really been an issue. Runs-wise, 109 runs for Parramatta with 1,054 metres run. The Titans at 87 runs for 967. It's 110, 87. So that means there is a, now it's 111, 87. So that means there is a 24 run gap right now between the Eels and the Titans. So if you want to try and equalise it out, 10 metres per run would be 240 more metres. The Titans are destroying them in the middle of the field. That'd be 1,067, 1,167. It'd be into the 1,200s, whilst the Eels are at 1,076. Right, and if you want to do it again, it's now 112 to 87, which means it's a 25 run gap. You add the extra 10 metres, they're destroying it there. So they're not having as much ball, they're not getting dominated as much as you would expect, considering it's still only about a 100 metre gap now. But if you equalise it out, Titans are getting more run metres when they're getting the ball there. And that's why you're going to have, both these teams are going to have some fantastic average set distances, I guarantee you. Post-contact metres, 343 there for the Eels, 319 for the Titans. That's about, that's what, 24 post-contact metre separation through 24 runs. You'd probably put the Titans in the exact same area or just above if it were to equalise that out. Line breaks is 6-2 Eels, so they're killing us in regards to the broken down play. 18 tackle breaks are 12. Missed tackles are hurting the Titans again. But the average set distance, I knew it was coming. So for people who aren't aware, 25 to 30, don't even spit at it in regards to an average set distance. 30 to 35 is underwhelming, not good. 35 to 40 is good. It's basic, but it's okay. 40 to 45 is very good. 45 to 50 is fantastic, and 50 plus is unbelievable. The Eels are at 51.16, so that's unbelievable. They're getting an unbelievable average set distance right now. Titans, on the other hand, are at 46.07, which is fantastic. So both these teams are getting an amazing amount of metres on their average set distance, and the Titans are only 5 metres behind them, but they're on the fantastic category. The Eels are just on the unbelievable, nearly perfect kind of category. That's a lot of metres. Average play the ball speed, 3.57 seconds here for the Titans, 3.4 seconds here for the Eels. So Titans on the slower end for sure, whilst the Eels are at getting to a faster end, but it's still pretty bare basic. 10 offloads to the Eels, 2 to the Titans. You've got 84 point... Oh. Wow. Defensive effective tackle percentage, anything above 88% is where you want to be. 90% above is fantastic. Anything below 88% is not great. Anything below 85% is awful. Titans are at 84.47%. Titans are at 84.47%. 174 tackles made for 18 missed tackles and 14 ineffective. That's 32 bad tackles in the first half. That's not pretty. 84.47% is under the lower category. 88% minimum. 85% yikes. They're under the yikes. So 84.47% through 32 bad tackles and 107 tackles made is not great. Then for the Eels, 91.37% is very good. 180 tackles made for 12 missed tackles and 5 ineffective, so 17 bad tackles overall. But 91.37% is very good there for the Eels. Negative play. Actually happy with this with the Titans. 4 errors only, so the Eels 6. Penalties conceded is 1-1. Ruck infringements is 1-0. And inside 10 metres is 3-1 to the Titans. So, look, this is a very close game. Titans, ultimately, if you're equalising the run metres with the runs, the Titans have more run metres and also probably in post-contact, but not too much with post-contact. A decent amount with run metres, though. Line breaks and tackle breaks are definitely in favour of the Eels, and their average set distance is fantastic. Play the ball speeds are relatively similar, but the Titans are going on the slower side. Both completion rates are good. Eels have had more ball, and defensively, the Titans have been really poor at 84.47%, whilst the Eels have been at 91.37%. So that's where they're losing the game. But it is 3 tries apiece. Unfortunately, we don't have Jaden Campbell to convert, so now we have to use a back rower and Bowie Firma to convert our tries. That's a problem. Otherwise, we probably would be sitting at 18-18 right now if JC was on the field. We probably would be sitting at 18-18. But yeah, look, I'm still always going to be disappointed because we are taking on a team with no Mitchell Moses and no Dylan Brown. And yet, it is still a lead here at halftime, 18-16. But I could still see us absolutely coming back and win this game. You know, like at the end of the day, our errors is what kind of ultimately got the Eels to tries. But I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I'm just going to say we weren't great, but we'll take only being down by 2 at halftime. Jake says, would you take Sexton back? I loved Tobes, so sure, but I don't know if he works here. Coming back. Ibrahim says, I really don't know why Parramatta didn't bring in Volkman. Why? What's wrong with Dean Hawkins and what's Volkman's speciality comparatively to George Papali'i and Dean Hawkins? Why? Why is it like a big deal? I wouldn't say Volkman's necessarily proven himself at any stage. I know he was injured for a lot, but even when he played, he wasn't exactly spectacular. Mitchell says, making tackles is overrated anyway. Yeah, no, as a Tigers fan, we can handshake. Kay says, like I said before, though, since when have the Eels looked this good? Never, that's when. Mate, the Eels don't look good. The the Eels don't look good, man. It's just both these teams aren't good. So when both teams aren't good, then you're going to get games like this, where one team looks good or both teams look good when they're not really. Us, for example, there's plenty of games like that. Plenty of games. Jack says, hey sir, how was your day been? I hope you were doing well. I just found your stream and I'm so happy I found a new NRL streamer. Appreciate you, Jack. We literally live stream every single game. So we're always here, man. We are always here. Maybe not good, but the confidence they've been throwing around the ball like they have been. Yeah, like sure, but like the Eels haven't been good. They're just throwing the ball around. Like it's not like we're just getting slapped up in, man. Like it's 18-16 at the moment. There's a whole second half to go. Like I'm going to criticize his performance, win, lose or draw at this point. To be fair, but I would be ecstatic just to get the 2 points. I don't think the Eels have been anything spectacular. I do not think the Eels have been anything spectacular. You're talking as if like they're top of the table at the moment. They make the ult so fast. Yeah, it's really like each to their own. Like I know that they're very desperate. Like this is the lamest shit I've ever seen. Someone commented saying if Titans don't win, they are super gay and zesty. Like, bro, how old are you? Like if is that meant to get like a solid reaction to me? Like, do you want me to like rage at that? Like, what is that going to do? Tucson says, is there any way to gift or donate? Yeah, man. Yeah. There's a donation thing over there in the chat. It's just like some people. It's like, bro, come on, man. Surely you can do something better. Surely you can find a better insult than Titans are super gay and zesty. Like you've got to be at least 14. That young lad has to be a latte sipper. Yeah, probably Roosters fan. No, you got him, Seb Watson. You've got him. You have got him. You have got him. Brent says Zessy's very American term. Yeah, but Australian kids usually watch like American TikTokers and Instagrammers and whatnot, so they will pick up a lot of their slang. That's why you hear the kids saying car or just like really lame kind of American shit. A lot of Australians do it now. Buster says low-key Titans are zesty. Maybe an angry Manly fan. Oh, while it's half time, I'll update the ladder, actually. I will update the ladder so that I don't have Sundo crying in the chat. We don't want to see Sundo crying in the chat. I want him to cry when Sunderland lose at the Stadium of Light this year, but not today. Not today. And that will drop the out of the top 8. Damn, I'm going to have to update this. No. Luckily, I can leave the Sharks where they are, so I don't have to move the scams everywhere. Let's put that there. Put that there. And then, so the Sharks are still skimmed. Roos there. Panthers not there. I'm going to put Manly. Manly! Don't hide! Don't hide from the fraud alert! You are very well deserving of the fraud alert, Manly. Very, very well deserving, my friend. And Dolphins, massive fraud alert there. Massive. Alright, so is that right? Is that right? And if Titans lose this, they might go on fraud alert. They might have to. They might have to, ladies and gentlemen. If Titans lose this, they may just have to go on fraud alert. I know it's real harsh reality, but they might have to go on fraud alert. You can't be first place and lose to second last. Sunday deserves the update after watching that last game. We deserve the update just because it drops. Actually, it would have dropped somebody out, wouldn't it? Did it drop the Dragons off the top of the? Yeah, it would have. It would have. It did drop. No. No, Dragons were never on it. Dragons never on it. Silly. Tucson says, first time ever watching rugby, and honestly, I don't see why it's not an American sport. Well known. Yeah, look, I get that a lot from Americans, especially when I met people in Vegas. We were there in Vegas for the Sharks, Panthers, and Warriors Raiders game earlier this year, which was a great time. Loved it. It was an awesome time. A lot of Americans had the same thing as you. A lot of Americans. But the time zone is what makes it harsh. You've already got a similar sport in the NFL. You know, you've got a similar sport in baseball, which is the same as cricket. You know, we don't have a similarity with hockey. Like, we have field hockey comparatively to ice hockey, but no one in Australia gives a shit. But yeah, the point of the matter is that it's very difficult, especially to break the monopoly. You can't break the monopoly. Like, as soon as anyone started hearing that maybe NRL or rugby league was growing in America to a threatening level, they'd get it shut. They'd shut that shit down in America quick, fast. Someone says, just crop the ladder off at the top 3, then the irrelevant teams aren't there. So, Titans, Raiders, Storm. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, fair enough. I see what you're talking about, son. I see what you're talking about. There are only 3 really serious teams here in this competition right now, and one of them's at the top of the table right there. Zach says we might need a new tier for the Sharks soon, like Mafia or something. No, you know what? Because the Sharks play. You know what's funny? The Sharks play Melbourne next week. You watch them win at Amy Park. You watch it. You watch them go and do this shit to us. You go and watch them do this absolute shit to us every week, and then they will go and win next week. They will go and win. Tudor says NFL is not at all similar, to be honest. Disagree. Or at least I don't see the resemblance. Rugby is much more fast-paced and entertaining than the NFL could ever be. I don't disagree with that. I agree with you on that. The reason why I disagree is because it's not that it's the same sport. It's just similar. Also, you got to call it rugby league. This is rugby league. There's another sport called rugby, which is rugby union. This is league. 2 different sports. Similar, but different. NFL is physical contact. NRL is physical contact. You have a ball, and effectively you have to cross the line. Now, we have to put the ball down of the line. In American football, you have to run across the line. The similarities are there. That's why it's a similar sport, but it's very different. Like, there's no arguing that NFL is absolutely nothing like the actual gameplay of a rugby league game. But ultimately, the quarterback is like our halfback. You know, like wide receivers are effectively like our wingers in rugby league. And, you know, the running back is a lot of the time like a back rower in a lot of ways. And then, yeah, so, and, you know, that's just kind of how it is. So it's like, it's not the same, but it's similar in the purity of what's actually happening in that kind of form. But anyway, second half aside here, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. 39 minutes to go to the game. Titans down by 2, 18-16 here to the Parramatta Eels. Seen a lot of Americans hate NFL, actually. They're usually NHL fans. I met a Canadian yesterday who was actually really big on American football rather than NHL. But yeah, a lot of people don't like American football because it's so stop, start. Yes, Kim, you are out of timeout, but we're probably going to be putting you back in there very soon. We know we will. Fair tackle now at the 45, and they're going to go to the right-hand side, so please feel free. Say the Titans shit or something and get it done with so we can remove you. So it's going to be Luffy, because that's obviously the only mental capacity that you can provide is just saying Titans are gay. It's a good one, Kim. It's a really good one. Did you think about it all weekend, or have you been thinking about how long have you been thinking about the Titans being gay for, Kim? How long you reckon? How long you reckon? Have you been like jotting it down your notebook all season long, or is it just this weekend? Because it's really impressive stuff. Like Titans being gay is really impressive stuff, Kim. You must have used all of your brain cells for that one, all 3 of them. So 4 tackle now for the Titans, and they're going to get this ball to the 42 on fit tackle. Campo says, I always thought the fullback is the quarterback more than the halves. Get the reasoning, though. Well, halfback is the one who designs the plays and designs the attack, and ultimately that's what the quarterback does. Tucson says, the NHL is boring unless it's an all-star game. The finals were great this year, though. There was 3 fights in 9 seconds to start the match because they booed the national anthem. That's crazy. That is crazy. Booing national anthems are wild. Good watch if you haven't seen it. Is that you're talking about All-Star game All-Star game in NHL, is that USA versus Canada effectively? Or is it still based off of conferences and divisions and stuff like that? So 4 tackle out to knock on from the Eels. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Titans ball, baby. Titans ball. Genuine question, how can Brimmer play for England even though he's played Origin? I'm confused with that. Because he didn't play for Australia. If he had to play for Australia, then he wouldn't be able to play for England. You can only play for Australia if you play. So you can only play State of Origin if, like, he can't play Origin anymore because he's now aligned with England. But he was not aligned with England until this year. Okay, you just remove the Kim. Just come on, Kim. Please, just insult the Titans once and get it over with. Like, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, Kim. Just insult the Titans once. Just call us gay or something. Come on. You've done it once. You can do it. Oh, you've already been timed out. So first tackle now for the Titans. Sam Verrill out to the left-hand side. And Tino with a good run. 25 metres away, second tackle. Titans are low-key a vibe. Eels are so Sigma. You are such an old person trying to be a young person. Third tackle now at the 15. Third tackle. Come on, boys. A good chance here. Moeki for the Waker. He'll roll it back to Sam Verrill. Like the Tina Fatsul Malawi. Gets it to Kieran Foran. Here we go. Here's a chance. And knock on. Tootin says the NFL is great except for the fact that there isn't too many trades/change. If you have a favourite team, it's either the best team for 10 years or the worst. Can go your whole life without seeing a Super Bowl. Yep, I'm a Chicago Cubs fan, so I know all about kind of that kind of stuff with 108 years. There is a lot of baseball teams that may never win. Same with the NFL. But then again, Detroit were absolutely jack shit for a very, very long time, and now they're a good team. That doesn't mean they're going to win, but you're right. Oh, I hate when I see the shut your bitch ass up one, the SYBAU. I hate that. It's so cringe to me, man. What do you mean I'm at least 9 decades younger than Jay? Well, no, that's a fact. No, you are 9 decades younger than Jay, but that's still 60 years old. You know, that's still 60 years old. So you're still getting up there, mate. Still getting up there. But you're right. New drinking game. Take a shot when the Titans knock on an attacking territory, mate. We'd be done. I had enough drinks last night, mate. I don't need now. And Eels be taking it down here at the 40. Jake says, I'm a Blue Jays fan. Hopefully our time comes soon. I hold my breath though. Well, the Cubbies doing well right now. Yo, Cubbies, we flying. I think we've got the best record in the National League. Brimo will catch the ball at the 10. That's a penalty. Thank you, Zach Lomax, you piece of shit. Get off the field. Go back the other side, idiot. Go back to the other side, Zach, taxman. Can't make a kick to save your life and you give away a penalty. Joe says, I'm at the game. There you go. Tucson says, I'm rooting for the Titans purely for the fact the name is cooler. Now, you're rooting for the Titans because I'm a Titans fan, and it's simple as that. Simple as that, mate. Simple as that. Simple as that. But Brimo goes up, and yep, and he's continuing singing. That's actually probably not going to be a tackle in the air, to be fair. This is probably just going to be a successful challenge with Titans ball, regardless. It's not a penalty. Yep. There's no mid-air tackle, but AJ catches it, so it's just going to be first tackle at the 9. Owenbeck says, I'm rooting for the Titans because I want money. No. You're rooting for the Titans because you're a Titans fan. Titans ball here at the 9. David Man, the tax man, he goes to my church. That man's never been seen in church in his life. Alright, so it'll be Titans ball here at the 10, first tackle. How's the game been? I haven't watched much. Yeah, I'm live at the game too, lads. Everyone's here at the game. So it's great that everyone at the game is watching this stream right now. Welcome. Third tackle here for the Titans at the 20. I'm currently sitting around the row D, mate. Row D, come say hi. Forward tackle. It's crazy. Lots of people here at the game, but they're on their phone. Fourth tackle now at the 30. And 34 minutes left. It's Sam Verrills with a decent little run to the 35, fifth tackle. If Fitzgibbon hits 4 points, I'll donate 100 USD. All right. Well, Fitzgibbon, he's a winger, so you'd like to see, you tend to believe it. You tend to believe it. Put $50 on it 80 times. So if I get 4K, if he hits that, you get 4K. Damn. Okay, fair enough. We'll go Fitzy. Second tackle. Well, you definitely have to go for the Titans then, because you need them to score. You can't fool me, Mr. Stream, when you're at the game, the stadium is behind you. No. I've got a green screen here at the game in a corporate box right now of me not being at the game. Just so that you guys don't come up and see me. Yeah, see, you got to start thinking outside the box here, Lucas. You got to start thinking outside the box. Josh had a car here at the 15. Good tackle there by Chris Randall. Eels, Zach Lomax, just don't let that Muppet score. Please, I can't deal with that today. Up it goes. Oh, Jojo is so underrated, bro. He really is. He's so underrated. I don't even think there's 5K at Combank right now. Yeah, exactly right, Logan Ballsacks. And they try to say the Eels fans are some of the most passionate. Canberra says, I'm at the game, just bumped into Reece Welsh, calling him a Muppet and told him to stop kicking. Don't call him a Muppet, call him Reese's Pieces. He loves that. He loves that. He's a big fan. Big fan. Reese's Pieces. Big fan. Reese's Pieces. Buck says, come back near empty because everyone's given up on the Eels. That is correct, Sherlock. No, that is exactly what we're saying, Sherlock. That is what we're saying, Mr. Holmes. $100 is not 10% of 4K. Oh, so what they're saying too is that on this channel we have if someone tells you about the bet, we get 10%. So they're saying that you have to donate $400 to the 4K. So Eels now will get this ball here to the 20 and now to the 25. First tackle. But yeah, good to see old. It's that Trump tariff. It is a Trump tariff here. Yes. It is a Trump tariff. Second tackle. See, we get tariffed and then we tariff back on BK Sport YouTube. All right, so third tackle now for the Eels at the 45. Now fourth tackle, 45 metres out for the Eels. Taxman's taking 1K though. Don't give it to the Taxman. Oh, for gosh sake, Titans. Oh, luckily we get the tackle. Oh, that's right, because, yeah, you guys get bloody taxed for your winnings and shit. Oh, my gosh. Oh, for gosh sake, Gold Coast. You couldn't write it, eh? You just couldn't write this Gold Coast team. You just couldn't write it, eh? Oh, you just couldn't write about it, mate. Like, dead set. Dead set. Hey, but organisation. Good win against Manly, mate. Great win against Manly. Fantastic win against Manly. Titans try to concede a normal try. Challenge impossible. Yeah, it's always good fun. No, it's good fun being a Titans fan. Great fun. Lucas, Tujan says, my friend won 90K and had to pay 55K in taxes on it. Feels bad. That's crazy. You had to pay 55K in taxes on a 90K winning? Dude, in Australia, there is no taxes on winnings. There is like zero, there's literally 0%. You can go win anything you want. If you win $1 million, you get $1 million. But then again, I think if it's the lotto, no, you don't. No, it's not. It doesn't come as income tax, does it? There's goalpost assist. Yep. Goalpost assist. Titans the most consistent team in the NRL. Fucking Blitzy, don't make me go in on the Sharks. For the love of God. For the love of God. I've had enough of dealing with the Sharks today. Don't make me do it. Lotto tax free. So Lotto is tax free, so there's not income. Okay. Is there anything that we do have that is income based, like income tax? Because obviously Americans just get absolutely screwed. Like in America, when we go to the casino as Australians, I'm pretty certain there's like we have to fill out some form of tax form that we can actually claim back or pay something. It's really strange. If you win big at the casinos, you will get taxed on it in America as an Australian. But it's a weird thing. We sign things and do things. It's all over the shop. Gambling shouldn't be taxed. Don't think the government giving you money when you lose. Well, we don't get taxed in Australia and New Zealand, but America they do. But Americans get taxed on quite literally everything. They're probably getting taxed to utilise their own bathroom in their own house at this point. The worst thing is when you go to America, like when I was in Vegas, and I went to buy a pair of socks, and it said 2 pair of socks for like $9.99 USD. So you get the $9.98, you get the $10, and knock on there from the Eels. Thank you. Titans ball 35. You get your stuff out. You walk up. You go to buy it, and you forgot about the tax. You got the perfect amount out, and you forget about the tax. So then you got to get more out, buddy. Bullshit. Yellow Warriors says, well, can you claim your losses as a deduction? Oh, mate, we'd be billionaires. We'd be billionaires. Income tax is even more insane. If you make $149K a year, you have to pay 30% taxes. At $150K, it's like 40%. Deary me. Lagan says, the Sharks are a pretty good team. Too bad they versed an Origin worthy of Reece Walsh. Otherwise, they would have won. You're getting timed out. You're getting timed out. You're getting timed out. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that today. I'm not dealing with that today. Tino now taking down to 30. We'll see you in a minute, mate. No, he knew it was a risky game, and he's gone. So 6 again here for the Titans. Beautiful. Come on, Gold Coast. Come on, Gold Coast. 15 minutes away from the line. 30 minutes to go of the game. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Here we go, AJ. Doesn't get the ball away. That'll be 7 meters out, second tackle. We knew that was coming. It was coming. It was always coming. It was always coming. So Tino now at the 5. Yeah, you got to appreciate the proper trolls, Brenton. Lagan, that was a proper troll. You're not wrong, and you got to appreciate them, because otherwise you get just Titans are gay, and they think it's like they got you. You know, that's we compare Titans are gay to that troll from Lagan. That's where you see the real players in the game. You see the real players here. You don't see the real player there. You see the idiot who's still at childcare. So Kieran forward off to AJ Brimson. He kicks that ball through here for himself, and it was an awful kick, and it's going to be Eels ball to 1. I don't think we should even start on America's Medicare system. Oh no! Now we've just turned into a slander of America. We're just starting to slander America at this point. Cash is king at the Asian bakeries. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Cash is king at the Asian bakeries. I get the cash is king, but Asian bakeries? Where did the Asian bakeries come into this? Lucas, the worst thing about America is the bloody oh, don't you start me on a tipping culture. But then again, they all agree. It's just they can't change it. But they all agree. Fit tackle now. And they will whack this one down to the 35. Where it's going to be AJ Brimson. And he brings this ball back now to the 48. I don't know. You can't get much worse than Zesty. You can't get much worse than Zesty. Zesty's a rough one. Zesty is a real rough one. I'm sure if old mate Kim could come back, she'd probably tell me to SYBAU. Now, third tackle for the Titans, the 45. You know, I thank everyone for the acknowledgement of my trolling skills. Could have just said Titans are shit. Okay, you're gone for 5 minutes. So, 4 tackle here with the Gold Coast. Now they're at 25. That's going to humble you, mate. You come back humble, all right? You come back humble. Buddy Lager Bullsack. Sort your shit out. Don't ever... Oh, that's going to be bouncing here for a 7 tackle set. Nice. He got cocky, Lucas. I had to bring him down a notch. That's why I timed out 5 minutes. That's a 5-minute, Lagan. You better come back without... You better apologise now. Oh, they're going to say this is... No, okay. Okay, we're just all over the shop. So it's going to be Eels ball at 20. He was going to say drop out. When no one thought it was a dropout, but then he thought it was a dropout, and then the bunker says not a dropout. Now we're back out to the 20. No dropouts. It's drop out there, drop out here, drop out everywhere. Olivia Reid with Billy Walters was actually quite. Oh, for gosh sake, Olivia. Billy Walters was actually quite good in that second half. He really gives a good impact. He really gives a good impact on the bench. More Broncos fans are starting to realise this too. There you go. Oh, that's a mistake there from the Eels. The Titans with the ball here at the 40. Vito says, here's a 2025 spoon from an Eels fan. That's great, mate. You've got 13 wooden spoons to your name, which is nearly the same amount of years that we've been in the comp. Just to throw it out there. You've also won more spoons since we've been in the competition. And also there's 8 points in it with 25 minutes to go. And we've both been fucking awful in this game. Both of us. And that's a penalty to the Titans. We've both been awful. So you can sit there and you can say the Titans are getting this penalty you like. But you're in the dribbler squad with us, baby. You're in the dribbler brigade with us, baby. So just remember that. Whenever you insult the Titans, just know you're a part of it. You're also dog shit. Regardless if you get the spoon or not, you are just as bad. You are just as bad. And throughout history have been worse. Fun fact as well, you've never won an NRL just like the Titans. You've won a interstate, so you've won a state championship, but you've never won the NRL. You've never won a domestic trophy, and you've been around since how long? When did the Eels come into the competition? When did the Eels come into the competition? Or if you want to just go that, we'll just go based off of what, not 89 was when the Broncos came in, or 88 or something, and your last premiership was what, 86, which was not a national competition. But thank you for giving me the free ammo. So, Titans ball here, and they're going to be first tackle 20 metres out. Brenton says, we don't have any... Okay. Titans are leading the common favourites to win the grand final. Exactly right on, Bix. Out of the left-hand side, over the top here, there's Loffy back onto the inside. It'll be 10 metres out, second tackle. Second tackle. Whoever wins this game, it's just a battle of the dribblers, man. Titans here, 12 metres away, third tackle. Mitchell says the Eels fans can't hand out spoons anyway. We can, and we hand it to you, Para. No, well, I didn't even mention the fact that they literally cheated the wooden spoon to win 2 wooden spoons in a row. They literally cheated the spoon. Tino! Oh, held up. That's close. That's close. No, the Panthers are not getting the fight, Pete. Zach says, was at a hotel in Scotland. The worker helped us take the bags to our room, and some idiot American yelled, I hope you leave a tip. Wanted to flog the prick. Well, what's he got to do with you? Why is he telling you? Out of the left-hand side here, Brimo, Loffy kicks it through, and that's going to be a knock-on from the Eels. Thank you. 6 again coming up for the Titans. Let's do it. Let's do it. When I think of Eels fans, I think of a room full of Andrew Backhouses. You're not too far off it, to be fair. You're not too far off it. They've got fantastic representation here on this channel. Fantastic. So knock on from the Eels. Titans ball 10 metres out. 10 metres out. You don't summon him. He'll be at this game. I would assume Andrew's at the game. You'd hope so. Like, if you're in your local area, you may as well go. If I was on the Gold Coast, I would go to the game. Or if I was in Australia, I'd probably go to this game. So, Philip Sami, he'll be 7 metres out from the line. First tackle. Big set here for the Titans. They get the ball out the back here to Tino. And Tino will run it 10 metres away, second tackle. Timmy Culture is insane. TSA employees will ask for a tip for handing you your bags. That's hilarious. I'm not giving it. So you can ask for it all you like, but if you're providing a service, and a service that isn't just quite literally your job description, then sure. Sam Verrills, now waiting for the wake up. 7 metres out, 4 tackle. Yes, Dean Hawkins got a try. Tino at the back now to Kieran Foran. Kieran Foran flicks it off to Jojo for feeder, and Jojo's going to be fit tackle 5 metres away from the line. Probably Mitchell. Probably. Oh, Foran. Fozza, come on, man. Come on. That's the thing. You know, like this game is very clearly between last and second last, and it's like whoever wins, you're still a dribbler. And it's like I'll support this team to the end of the earth, but like my team's a dribbler, unfortunately. They really are a dribbler. So the Eels now will get the ball to the 15, but like Eels fans, like, if you win this game, you're still a dribbler with us. Dave Joseph, can Desi save his coaching career if the Titans go on a winning streak? Desi currently isn't on the brink. You're listening too much to the media. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with the notion of getting rid of him. I'm okay with both sides of it, to be completely honest with you, but the answer is who goes in for him. But don't listen to the media. That's all I'll say. So the Eels now will kick this ball down for 40-20, and that's close. I think that was actually at the 21. Yeah, I don't think it actually went in. Oh, he's walked over the line. Oh, Touchy, he's just given that. That's full of shit, Touchy. That's full of shit, Touchy. You know that didn't go out. I would challenge that. I would challenge it. I would challenge it if I'm the Titans. I would challenge it. 21. Goes out 21. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Exactly right. Goes out of the 21. I don't know why they're saying no in the bunker. You can clearly see that goes out around the 21. Muppets, and not the bunker, in the commentary. Jellybean says, I don't think the Sharks have enough scams. Mate, I'm happy to keep putting scams on them. Don't worry. I'm happy. I can put more on. I can put 10 more on. I can put 30 more on them, and that still wouldn't be enough for them. You've used your challenge, haven't you? Yes, but I feel like the bunker's called that. I don't know. Lagan says, I'm deeply sorry for my actions, but at least I know it worked. You better get humble, mate. For your question, would you give up 2 fingers if it meant Nathan Cleary would join the Titans? I'd give up 2 fingers if it meant the Titans were going to win the comp, but I'm not doing it just for a random player. 20 minutes to go here of the game. Hit that like button and subscribe. And that'll be Jacob Winky on 5th tackle. 30 metres out from the line. Sharks did what Queensland should have done. No. Queensland's are winners. They are winners, Daz. Queensland winners. Knocked back here from the Titans. Chance here. It's chance here. Oh, he can't get the offload away. He got the offload away, and then it will be Jermaine Hopgood at 3. Daz, we didn't need the refs to choke. Oh, don't start me on regards to the officiating. Like it's ridiculous that New South Wales fans still go on about something that they absolutely have no idea about. Like it's ridiculous. Lucas says Titans need to. You're going for a minute. You're done. You're done for a minute. 3rd tackle. 3rd tackle. Now 4th at 25. 19.5 minutes. It's only 8 points. It's only 8 points. This season's been really fun as a Titans fan. Really fun. 40-20 attempt. No, it's just going to go straight down to Loffy. And he's going to bring this one back out here to the 35. To the 35. Alright, we're going to see you in the... Jay's already done it, to be fair. Jay's already done it. We'll see you in a bit, Logan. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, wait, okay. You do it again, Jay. You do it again, because I was doing that. I did that thinking before you did it. Don't worry, I'll sort it. 4th tackle now at the 40. Oh, penalty. Thank you. Thank you. Dasmate says Titans would rather Ash Taylor again than Nico Hines at the moment. Well, Ash Taylor would probably be on a lot less money considering that he had to medically retire, and also is a bit older now. Yeah, Lagan's off his meds, unfortunately. So 18.5 minutes to go here of the game. Titans down by 8. Riley Smith will be on report, and it's going to be Titans ball here, 20 minutes out. Buck says, Parra looking for a way out of winning with that tackle. I don't think people realise enough that whoever wins this game is still a dribbler. Is still a dribbler. So Titans now 13 minutes out, but winning this game avoids being in last position, so you take it. But there's no hunt to the finals. There's no finals charge from either of these teams. There's no finals charge. Titans out to the right hand side. Yeah, they're going to be 5 meters out. 3rd tackle. I don't even care for a dribbler. I just like a win. I agree, Cam Brody. I agree. I'll happily dribble with a win. Jacob Alex so close, 2 minutes out. I agree, mate. Let me just dribble on a win for once. Kieran Foran, he'll flick it out the back now to Brimo. Great pass, and Brimo, go Luffy! Luffy, baby! Try time, 24-20 with a kick to come. 7.5 minutes to go. That's the Loftmeister right there. Slap it in. Slap the Eels. Get into him. Sub him. Lofiana Canberra. This guy is going to be the highest try scorer of all time. You know it's coming. It's coming. Redemption time for Firma. Oh, yeah, from the same place. From the same place. So, 24-20 with a kick to come. 17 minutes to go. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Winning comes few and far between. As an Eels fan, I'll take any win. You won't take nothing. You won't take nothing. Because Lofiana Canberra is about to get 3 tries in 17 minutes and he'll be on for a fiver. A fiver. The Loft is loose. The Loft is loose. Loosey-goosey, baby. Loosey-goosey. All right, Bowie Firma from the sideline. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, a lot of people captain Jaden Campbell in Supercoach. This would be a big winnie for the Titans in a lot of ways because, one, they're last and they'll jump out of last, but also, 2, we lost our halfback 20 minutes into the game. Jaden Campbell, he's out for the game. Olivia says, my patience is wearing thin today. What happened now, Olivia? Gary's an exciting finish. Can't see the game here. Is it a good one? It is a game. It's a close game. But you can definitely tell where these teams are placed on the ladder. Bo Firma from the sideline will unfortunately miss a kick. He's not actually missing them badly, though, as a back rower. He's not missing them badly. But unfortunately, you know, in a game like this, we've actually scored the same amount of tries as the Eels. We just can't kick, but that's because Jaden Campbell's usually our kicker, and he's off for the game. He got injured in the first 20 minutes of the game. The Dollar says, "G'day all, just seen your stream. Nice to see another Titans fan. Been a fan since day dot 07. Yeah, good stuff, Dollar. I'm usually at every game, but this year I've taken a bit of a break from it all. We stream every single game live here, man. But 16 minutes to go here, the game 24-20 for the Eels. He's not missing them like Taxman. Well, Taxman's quite literal job is two things. Miss kicks, do your taxes. That's simply what Zach Lomax's job description is. All right, so Alan Fitzgibbon will give it to Regan Campbell-Gillard. And we'll get this ball here to the 15. Brocky Sports with a $3 return donation. Get around you, Brocky. He says, "Who's your daddy, Taxman?" That would be the man. The man is his daddy. The man. Second tackle for the Gold Coast. Now they'll get the ball to the 35. Go Sammy V, you beautiful man. Third tackle. Middle says, "No way Firma's a better goal kicker than Munster." He is. There is a way. It's true. Bo Firma is a better kicker than Cameron Munster. But then again, a quite literal cat is a better kicker than Cameron Munster for a conversion. So Mwaka Fodawaker, he'll get this ball to the 47 on the Eels side of the field. Sam Verrills gives it to Kieran Foran. Foran puts this one down into the corner. Only a 4-point game here, ladies and gentlemen. Only a 4-point game. Yeah, I go to a lot of the Seabus games. Not on the Legion side, though. Got to respect the Sun Battlers, though. Oh, true. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I did the drums for 15 years, man. It was a long time. I gave it a good go. Gave it a good crack, but I just need to experience life now. Now, that's why I'm in Thailand for a bit. I'll be in Vietnam next week. We're flying, son. Flying. I get to watch our team lose usually live. It's beautiful. But not like live at the game anymore, but live in front of people that get to laugh at me, which is hilarious. It's really fun. So, 4 tackle now to 47. Gary says, "Good, thanks. Just chilling this weekend. Thanks for letting me know." Eels now to the right-hand side, and coming to Alungi will get the offload away. Jellybean says, "At least Lomax got to leave his old bad club and play centre." I wish he got to suffer wherever he did. So 5th tackle now for the Eels at the 40. And they roll it back now to Dean Hawkins. Hawkins whacks it to the 15. Caught by Taxman. Jojo, 6 again. And welcome back to last place, Gold Coast. This is how we do it. Do. Yes, Dola. Yes, I was the one on the drums. Olivia Reed with the $8 return donation says, "I heard there's a new deodorant coming soon made by Mr. Taxman himself. It's called Just Missed." That's a good one, actually. That's good from you, Olivia. Yeah, I'll pay that. I'll pay that one. I will pay that one, Olivia. That's a good one. Especially from a Broncos fan, and we don't usually pay the Broncos ones. Mitchell says, "I'm still timed out." No, you're not still timed out because we can see your comment, but I guarantee you it's probably going to take about a minute or two before you do get timed out. Have the Eels even scored a try on a set play? No, Lucas, they have not. No, they have not. Welcome to the Gold Coast. Welcome to the Gold Coast. This is every week. Ombeck says, "Damn. Well, at least I won some money today." Hey, well, where's my 10%? Kent Brody says, "Momentum doesn't exist anymore." Momentum? Titans? Momentum? Oh, stop it. Stop it! Okay, let me just roast this living shit out of this. Cowboys need to destroy you guys next week. Hey, listen, idiot. Your team has been absolutely fucking slapped the last 3 weeks. Why don't you just focus on your own team? And why don't you just focus on not conceding nearly 50 points every single damn well week? How about that one? How about that one, Mitchell? You enjoy that one? It's like, we concede and we suck, but also your team conceded 58 points to the Dolphins, who just lost to the Knights. So we are both dribblers. We are both dribblers. The Cowboys are down here with us. Welcome. The Dolphins says, "What's the scam and fraud alerts about? Nice to see Titans ladder dominance too." No, look, you know, it is what it is. This is the real ladder. People, they're going to go on fraud alert the Titans if they lose this, because we're losing the second last right now as a first place team. Scammers, because the Sharks are scamming mother bitches. The biggest scammers that ever did scam I've ever seen in my scam in life. That's Sharks team. Don't talk to me about the Sharks. Broncos are frauds for sure. Warriors are frauds after losing to a undermanned Panthers team yesterday at home. The Dolphins are absolutely fraudsters for losing to the Newcastle Knights, and Manly. Don't even start me on Manly. But if we have to talk about that Cronulla team again, I'm flipping out. I'm crashing out. Yes, Angus, I do think the top 4 is probably locked in. The Warriors are probably the only concern. The Warriors are the only concern out of the Bulldogs, the Raiders, the Storm, and the Warriors. The Warriors are the only concern. And I know it looks obvious because they are in 4th, but they are only 4 points from 1st, and they are only 2 points from 2nd, and they are equal 3rd. But ultimately, the Warriors haven't convinced me a great deal. They are definitely one of the better teams in the comp, and they have been consistent more often than not. And I'm not going to let yesterday just take away my complete opinion about the Warriors, but they have... Yeah, like they're the only team I could see probably falling out of the top 4. Kane Delane says, "Wow, we are shit." Yeah, no, Kane, no, welcome, mate, welcome. Came to this conclusion a little bit ago, but it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles on the Gold Coast. No, it's real fun. Mitchell says, "This Mitchell Elliott bloke is still here. He must be obsessed." No, he is. Jones says, "Come on, Eels, let's pull a 2022 semi-final, Eels versus Cowboys." What the fuck we doing? We've got Eels fans talking about semi-finals. We've got the Eels fans, you're in second last, with the potential to go last, and we've got an Eels fan talking about that the Eels are going to be in not only the finals, but you're talking about the preliminary final. If the Eels make the preliminary final this year, I will eat this shirt live on stream. I will eat it. I will eat it all on stream. If the Parramatta Eels make the preliminary final in 2025, I will eat the entire shirt on stream. I will eat the entire thing. I will eat the shirt on stream if the Eels make the preliminary finals. And you know what? Not only that, I'm streaming it from the middle of some Timbuktu place in the middle of Africa that no one's ever heard of before. And then once the stream finishes, I'm going to throw my computer away and I'm literally just going to be the cow farmer that I promised you before. I'm changing my life and I'm deleting everything. That's it. If the Eels make the preliminary final, I give up. And you know what? Start supporting the Brisbane Broncos while I'm at it. If they make it the preliminary final in 2025, they'll do me. I'm done. If the Eels make the preliminary final, I'm done. Stick a fork in me. Chuck me out of here. I'm gone. I made a really dumb decision. I put my money on Titans to win by 2+ points at the half. What was I thinking? You weren't really thinking, mate. Oh, not really thinking. Addo Carr will be taken down here at the 30. Oh, man. It's still a comeback for us to make it. Oh, for gosh sake, Jonah. You're in... Okay, Jonah. You're going to win the comp, mate. You're going to win the comp. And they're going to score here, are they? They're probably going to score here. I don't know. Jonah, come on, man. Like banter aside, man. I want you to tell me what teams above you you're better at. Jonah, I want to sit here, just you and me, and have a polite conversation here. Fuck the 4 points. Forget the 4 points. I don't care about that. It's only 3 points, mind you, between you and the top 8. The point of the matter is, who are you better at in the teams above you? Good defense here from Loffy to stop this try. GH Max says, over under 3 minutes, Des press conference. I hope he just doesn't turn up and just goes to the locker room and just flips out. The momentum takes a minute. It's not double movement. I just don't know if he puts the ball down over the line. We all know Knights are making... Okay. You're right, though. Yeah, no, you're right, Branson. The Knights are going to make it to save Adam O'Brien's job. That is actually a try here for the Eels. Dollar says Eels would beat Sharks, to be fair. The Eels would beat the Sharks, would they, Dollar? I'm not going to disagree with you because they're scammers, but the Sharks did beat the Eels already this year, but you're right as well. Mitchell said Jonah's the smartest Eels fan, and Jonah said, Mitchell, are you being sarcastic? Yes, Jonah, he is being sarcastic because you've just told us that the Eels are going to make the preliminary finals. So yes, he is being sarcastic. So try time there for the Eels, 34-20 with a kick to come. 10 minutes to go of the game here. I'm just going to slap myself silly for being a Titans fan. Why, oh why did I become a fan of this team? Why have I become a fan of this team? Why couldn't have I been born in damn well Melbourne? Why couldn't I just live my entire damn well life No, I don't want to live in Penrith. No, you know what? Have your premierships. Don't want to live in Penrith. So you can have your premierships. Doesn't matter. I could have been living in Eastern Sydney, Bondi. You know, Roosters done pretty well. Could have lived in Cronulla. So at least I got one premiership in 2016. Circle check that for the rest of our lives because we're not probably going to win it again. You know, thank God I'm not built in Brisbane. If I was built in Brisbane, my foundations, and I lived my entire life in Brisbane and became a Broncos fan, I wouldn't have survived 2015 and I wouldn't have survived 2023. So I can I can stay a Titans fan and I'm happy. I would much prefer not losing in the grand final like the Broncos did in 2015, 2024, 2023. Sorry. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Probably one of the only teams. I'd be okay with, yeah. Yeah, no, Broncos would be the 17th team in regards to what I would want to support based off of those two grand finals. The Dollar says, could be worse. You could be a scummy North Sydney fan. Dollar, don't you start me about those North Sydney scumbag dogs. Don't do it. Don't do it, Dollar. Don't do it. Bretton says, I wasn't going to say it earlier, Blaze, but last week you didn't have the jersey on and you won. Just an observation. Oh, fuck off, Jesse. Best sport tournament. I hate you. You're an idiot. So, Eels ball here at the 35. Don't talk to me, Jesse. Jesse, don't talk to me, mate. I sent you a voice message before. We were live streaming for the last game, the Roosters and Knights game, and I sent you a voice message. Go listen to it. Go listen to it, you cat. You cat! I know what this team is now. This who'd you go for before the Titans? I went for about 700 teams because I was about 4.5 weeks old. Rin says, bro believes the Titans is making it to the top 8 when they can barely keep up to the Eels. Who the fuck are you talking about? Because I definitely don't think the Titans made the 8. In the preseason predictions, I didn't even have them in the 8. So I'm trying to figure out where. I'm trying to figure out who you're talking to, because I know you're not talking about me thinking the Titans are going to make the 8. I'm probably the most critical fan of the... Oh, no, I'm not the most critical fan of the club. There's a lot of really critical fans, and they're going to come out today too. So I don't know who you've been watching, son, but it ain't me. I've never said. Neither of these two teams are making the 8. Both of these teams are finishing probably exactly where they situate themselves right this very second. So, I'll put my hand up and say... Not sure what stream you're watching, but in no world do I have the Titans making the 8. I didn't have them before making the 8. I don't have them making the 8 afterwards. I didn't have them making the 8 pre-season. I won't have them making the 8 next year. I don't know what you want here, because I'm happy to tell you they're not making the 8. But the Eels also are not making the 8. So it's like, we can sit here and we can cry and we can hold each other's hands and sing Kumbaya, okay? But neither one of us are going to be playing finals football this year. Mitch with the $10 donation says, if you don't lose to Para by exactly 16, what are you doing? Exactly right. Mitchell says, Para are going to make the top 8 the next 3 years, though. What relevance does that have to anything? No, the Broncos are massive frauds, Zeski. Massive frauds. Massive frauds. What? I'm still trying to figure out why you thought that was like a relevant comment. How is Eels going to make the top 8 in the next 3 years? Okay, Titans are going to make the top 8 in the next 3 years. Papua New Guinea are going to make the top 8 in the next four years. You know, what are we doing? Why don't we go 5 years? Why don't we go 10? Why don't we go 20? What is the point of your comment? What does that do, Mitchell? What does that do? They will not win the comp in those 3 years, Dollar. They are just about to get 40 years without a comp. Actually, is it this year? No, it's next year. It's next year. Guadalajara shower stream, maybe feet. Yeah, we're on here. Jones says the Bears team is going to be loaded. Is that right? So, despite a salary cap, they're going to have a better team than everybody else, is it? Wow. Kane says, Blaze, what's the solution? The solution is to drink alcohol. No, that's not the solution. I do not encourage alcohol drinking. The solution is to... the solution is that this organisation is disgusting internally. They're happy to try and And like I get it, if it's your job and it's your career path, then you're obviously gonna, really get a good circle jerk going over one win against Manly, a very susceptible and vulnerable team right now. Manly, you're able to really circle jerk and knuckle down and greatest win, and the Titans are back. They get a good win against Manly. That's what our organisation does, and they sit there and they think that we're all good now. The fans are off our back for 1 week. Hey, well, organisation, how about fuck you? How about that one? How about that one to the organisation? So Eels now get his ball hit at 25, and I don't usually do that. I don't usually do it, but there is a lot of bullshit in this club right now, and they will sit there and they will blame fans, and they'll blame me, and they'll blame him, and they'll blame him, but they never take accountability. But the content creator, that's his fault. Our fans not turning up at games, that's his fault. It's all his fault. No accountability in this club. There never is. There never is. Hayes says you guys are arguing with an 8-year-old. Good, he's going to learn today, isn't he? He's going to learn today. Whether he's 8, whether he's 4, whether he's 10, whether he's 20, whether he's 100, he's going to learn today. Martin says Titans players like a gaze for Volleyball Beach. Wow, that was really good, Martin. Like a gaze. Are you trying to say like gaze, like you're looking at them, like a gaze? So you're saying you like to gaze. Are you saying that you like to gaze at Titans play? Wow. Okay, so that kind of switched around there because it makes it sound like you are gay now. You are gay. Christian says Eels will definitely be top 8 next year. If there's no injuries, the Eels are definitely going to be up there. I disagree with you. I think there are better teams going into the future. Especially with the fact that who's your 5'8" next year? Who's a 5'8"? And injuries do happen. So it's like injuries are going to happen to every single team. Do you have the depth? Where's the depth for the Eels? Like again, this is beating the 17th place Titans. This team could not win a game against anybody. I can't believe they beat Manly last week. This team could buy the entire Chook raffle, all tickets. They could buy the next 7 weeks worth of Chook raffle tickets and still lose it. They could have 100% of the tickets and still lose the Chook raffle. The thing that says need to get you in charge, legitimate passion and desire to succeed with you at least. No, it's my fault though. No. And then you get some fans who just don't want to hear about it, and it's just like, oh, everything's fine. It's okay. We'll go to the game. We'll just go to the game, and it's fine. And we're gonna accept mediocrity. And it's like I did that for a long time, dude. I did that for a long time, and I sat there and I forced this narrative and agenda that was suggested, and oh, that's a penalty. That was dribbled by just absolute cucks inside the club, and it's like, you get sick of it. You get sick of it. I put myself on blast always for trying to be positive in that, and it's like, and then, the club is what it is. So you get over it, mate. It doesn't mean that I won't support. I don't support the organisation at all. I'll say that straight away. Like I don't support the organisation whatsoever. But the Gold Coast Titans represents the Gold Coast, which is my city and my community. So that is why I support them, and will always support them. But the organisation, I have absolutely no interest in supporting this organisation because I think that they are an absolute mess. An absolute mess. Dole says I can't send the Titans organisation. I lose bloody $300 by the end of each game and have a membership. I get ya. Not the time, real fan sport, bro. Not the time, man. We're having a bit of a deep one right now. Chase says, been a supporter since the start, but it gets harder to stay motivated every week. Bears are looking good at the moment. No to the Bears. Look, man, I get you. At the end of the day, we just kind of have to... You have to find your passion. Are you from the Gold Coast? Like, do you live on the Gold Coast? Is the Gold Coast your home? Are you born there or something like that? If you're an interstate fan, it's going to be extremely hard. I'm from the Gold Coast, so, like, I've grown up there. I'll always love the Gold Coast. It's my community. I find my passion in the city that it represents and the people that I see week in, week out, and the people like yourself and people, Titans fans who, whether they're near or far, they call Gold Coast their team, right? give a fuck where people are from. At the end of the day, it's the community that I support it for, so that's where I find my passion. If I only found my passion from winning and losing, or I only found my passion from the literal footy, the actual technical, just straight up footy of it all, there's no way I would still be supporting the Titans. I would just be a general fan of the NRL. But I would never leave on the basis of actual fans who put their hard-earned money into this club week in, week out, like I have done for many, many years, and then they turn their back on me. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, how's it going for your 2 premierships by 2030? Is it looking good? It's one of many promises this club has given to their fans for years and years and years and years. But I'm the villain. Being from the GC, it's hard to stop supporting, which sucks. You can't stop supporting. Rins has probably put me in timeout. The moderator's put you in timeout, but if I had seen you first, I probably would have done it myself. The nice guy says, you comment on the game or just read comments? Well, the game's over, mate. It's 36-20 to the Eels, and my team's just gotten slapped by a team with no halves in the game. Yes, we lost our half in Jaden Campbell too, which was rough in the first 20 minutes. But at the end of the day, what do you want me to do? You want me to sit here and commentate on the last 3 minutes of a game that's 36-20? We were commentating on the game until it finished, and then the game was over. So now we talk about stuff that is a little bit more important than, Titans taken down to the 30 when they're down by 16. Look at it in a positive way. You're going to have a good workout to let go of this anger. You just get tired of this organisation, dude. And they won't care about this. They'll go and sit down and have their coffee tomorrow and go, oh, it's okay. It's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault. Anyway, that is the end of the round. We've streamed every game of the round, so I hope you guys did enjoy. So today's streams were Broncos Sharks was okay, but today's streams were a bit of a rougher one. Obviously, my team lost here in this one, and in the last game, Roosters Cowboys was awful. Oh, bro. Lohman says Titans should sign English players like the Raiders did a couple of years ago. We've signed English players in the before. Dan Sarginson, yikes, wanker. Who was the other one? Callum Watkins, he was a really nice guy. It just didn't work out. I don't know. Canberra just seems to be the place where it fits. Maybe because the weather is similar. I don't know. But Canberra's always been a very English destination. Very English destination. But you get tired of this, mate. You get tired of this. Like, they just will never hold themselves accountable. They'll always think they know better because they've got some wank corporate degree. What do you say anymore, Titans management will be sipping lattes in Bondi on Monday. 0 fucks given. Well, I don't know why no one talks about the board. I don't know why everyone talks about owners, which is valid, but I still think that the owners saved the Titans. They wouldn't have a club on the Gold Coast if it wasn't for them back in 2015-16 when the North Sydney scumbags were trying to come in. But they've made bad decisions. Everyone talks about Steve, as in Steve Mitchell and Dennis Watt, and there's plenty of people that you can look at, Desi and the players and all that. But why is it that the board never gets brought up? Why is it that people aren't talking publicly about the board? Because they've seen through it. Sarginson was that absolute prick centre. Yeah, Dola. He was a rough one on the Gold Coast. And then when he went back to the Super League after he got into a fight at Burleigh Pav or something, and just was an absolute wanker. Went back to England. I think he was a part of the team that won, and him and another ex-Titans player put the middle finger up at us. It was just ridiculous. One thing positive, Jojo and Loffy much better than BK and Loffy. Jojo is one of the most underrated players, centers in the game. He's unreal, man. If he was at a better club, he'd be looked at more. If he was at a club that was recognised, I'm telling you, Jojo. Oh, well, he's re-signed, didn't he? I think Jojo re-signed. That was his 50th game here today. He's a good player, man. It's the board always has been. I don't disagree with you, Kane. I don't disagree with you, man. It is I think that there is. I know I can't tell you who I've spoken to, but I know about conversations that the ownership is happy with how the club is currently running. That should tell you that this is an impossible situation to get out of. If you are happy with mediocrity, well then shit, you're very successful, because we are currently last by ourselves with the worst points differential in the comp. No, sorry, it's not the worst points differential in the comp. The Cowboys have that. Like, how can anybody sit there and say they're happy with how the Titans are being run at the moment? How can you sit there and say it? Timmy Gale says, that one hurt more than I thought. That's why I'm still here. I finally come to realize we're actually going to get the spoon. I can't accept it. It's fucking dog shit, this club, man. And they never hold themselves accountable. Dead set. That's why I get emotional, because I see comments like that from fans, and it's just like, you deserve better, dude. You deserve better, and none of them give an absolute fuck. And they just don't. They just care about their little coffees up at Parkwood, and they care about blaming everyone but themselves. And then there's no better. There's nothing that comes from this. There's no better that comes from this for the Titans. There's nothing that ever can get better for this, because these guys just don't care. And then you get fans who just defend them like I've done in the past, and it's just going to be continuously mediocrity at this club. It is continuously, like, we're in last place, and you've got Steve coming out saying we're going to win 2 premierships by 2030. You've got this club that thinks it's something when you're jack shit. Like, you've done nothing ever. You know, and it's crazy, the lack of accountability. You know, it's nothing to do with the Eels. No one cares what the Eels are doing. No one cares what the Broncos are doing. We're looking at our club, and I don't know what the future is. And that's why I said last week, like, it's great that we beat Manly, but like, we suck. And there's no future here at the moment. Lockie says, when the Bulldogs were bad a couple of years ago, it was the board with them. Do you think why they suck? It's just, there's so many factors here. So many factors. No idea what you're talking about, Oz. Real Fan Sports is on the real. What do you think the issues are with the players? Obviously a tough one. I don't think that the players believe that this club can win, and I agree. So I think that you've got Jojo, who gives a shit, and you've got Keanu, who absolutely loves this club. Actually, no, I'm not going to go through players, because then it's just calling out players, and I would never do that. But, you know, the point of the matter is that, like, there's just so many issues all the way from the top down, and there's no getting out, because you've got people saying at very high positions that it's okay. And you know why? Because they've got this business model now with the netball, they've got the business model now with the PDRL, they've got the business model now with the NRLW and the NRL, right? And sure, they may be losing money, or I don't know what the financial situation is in regards to returns, but surely you ain't making money. But I don't understand how anybody with a brain can look at this and say, I'm happy with how this club is being run. Dez is doing all he can. You can see it. Players are touch and go management is crap. Dez is going to be part of the blame. You can't take blame away from anybody in this club right now. You cannot take blame away from quite literally anybody in this club right now. And if anyone from the organisation is watching this, you're a wanker. Like, I don't care. Like, send me another email. I'll ignore it again. I don't care. Kate says, I'm with you, mate. We suck, and there's no urgency to get better. Just like we are okay with being mediocre. Yeah, they accept mediocrity. AJ, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and go through that. Ibrahim says, why can't we be like a Bulldogs or yeah, this is the frustrating thing, right? So you go through teams. Knights were the worst team ever in 2015, 16, 17 or whatever, when they won the 3 wooden spoons in a row, and they were able to find a way, and they were able to change their club and at least get in and be a relatively consistent team that is competing up in the top 8. Yes, they've come back down to the pack, but at the end of the day, they were able to change to be a much more competitive team from that mid-2010s era. The Eels were able to get 2 wooden spoons, but cheated salary cap in the last 10 years, like back in 2014, 2013 kind of deal. It might have been 2012, 2013, I can't remember. They nearly had 3 wooden spoons, but they beat us in the final game. But they had 2 wooden spoons. Actually, no, they have had 3 wooden spoons, didn't they? Anyway, long story short, they had that, and they've been able to make a grand final since. Now they're back with the Tripplers. The Bulldogs won a wooden spoon in 2021, and then are now one of the best teams in the competition. The Broncos won the spoon in 2020 and made a grand final in 2023, literally 3 years later. No matter what, you see all these other clubs go up and down, but you constantly see the Titans here, and then they tell you to be happy and be content with the fact that the Titans will come 8th in a losing season where they had to rely upon the Tigers to lose in 2016 to the Canberra Raiders, and the Tigers did lose. We then play the Broncos in week 1 of the finals, and we get knocked out on a losing season. So there's no success there. You get knocked out in the first week of finals, and we did not win more games than we lost that year. And then 2021 comes around, and we make the finals on another losing season, but we had to rely on the Sharks to lose and also the Raiders to lose, I think it was, on the final day of the season. And both the Sharks and the Raiders lost, and then we still had to beat the Warriors by 11. Yes, we won 44-0 or whatever it was. Point of the matter was we had a losing record, and then guess what? We played the Roosters in the first week and we get knocked out. So you're told to feel grateful for that. You're told to feel grateful for that. Well, if we're meant to be grateful for that, well then shit. We're being grateful for losing seasons. Losing seasons. But anyway, I'm going to jump off here for now. You know, they're not. This organisation honestly isn't worth my time. Like they're not. I support this club for the community and for the Gold Coast. I couldn't give a shit about this organisation, and I'll say it loud, and I'll say it, not proud. No one wins in this battle. Like no one wins. I don't win by coming out and saying this. They definitely don't win because they're ours. No one. There's nothing that comes from this except for the fact that we're just shit. And I can't do anything about it. The fans can't do anything about it. The organisation can, but they never do. So, yeah. I love this club, always will, but you get over it. Alright, guys. I appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And I will see you on Thursday I'll probably be in Bangkok or Koh Samui. But on Thursday, what's the game on? What is the game on Thursday? Panthers vs Bulldogs. That'll be an interesting game, actually. Panthers Bulldogs will be a good game on Thursday. Alright, too easy. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.